Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pastor Grave. Hey, we're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, baby. And we go ahead and lick and we'll get rich today. Rich, bitch.
Gravy. Yeah! What is going on, everybody? Happy Gravy Day. It's Pass the Gravy, episode 553 with Alex, Pat, and Bobby Jokes. And Pat is drinking out of a boot.
Oh, it's just a normal cup for me. I didn't want to
boot to start.
You
the
have
pod.
I've had this filled up for 5 minutes, and I wanted to take a sip of beer because my mouth was dry. But I was like, I'm going to surprise them.
Oh, that was a good surprise.
I just wish I had some German beer. I am definitely not drinking German beer out of this, so it doesn't feel authentic. But
I guess we're free agents in the beer community right now. You know what else would be really funny to do is remember when we were kids and they had those glasses you'd get as like party favors sometimes, like crazy straws. If you just had that in your beer and you're just sitting close up and we just see you with glasses on and you just throughout the podcast you just sip some beer.
Just slurp it and really annoy the shit out of you. Just keep doing that while you're talking.
Like, oh, this is great. No one's turning this off. But yeah, if you're watching the YouTube version, you can watch Pat drink out of a boot the whole podcast. Will he finish it? Who knows? That's not that big.
It's 3 beers. I'm definitely gonna I'm probably gonna finish 2. I'm gonna be on one today.
Remember when you drank out of a horn that one time, and then the only downside to it was that you had to have a stand for the horn, and then you lost.
Yeah, I've got the horn downstairs.
But you don't have the stand, so now you just have to carry it around the whole time.
Well, I think I lost the stand for one of them. I had 2 horns because one was my brother's. But yeah, that's what happens when you're at a brewery and you drink a shit ton of beer. You kind of lose track of the stand when you're just walking around drinking out of a horn. That
would be an interesting game we could do at some sort of event maybe one day where you just like you keep obviously I'm not supplying the beer, but like if you could just get this beer is this price until you put your glass down. Like if you set your glass down at all, it's like nope, price goes up. Or like you start with like beer's free right now, you get free refills as long as you don't set it down. But the second it touches the ground or something, the second you put it on a table, like it lights up or some shit. You're like nope, that's gone. And then you see who's the last person that they can hold on to it. It's basically like Edward 40 hands, but with glasses that you could be tempted to set a tab for.
That would be really awesome. But yeah, the good thing about my horn was it also had that strap that like you could just hang it around your neck. No free ads, but DOSHorn.com. It can be yours for $25, Alex. It seems like the one stupid purchase that you don't have is a drinking horn. I'm
going to be a dad. I can't be buying drinking horns.
Why not? My dad used to bring a glass of whiskey to everywhere we went. That's
classy though, because whiskey. Yeah. Drinking horn, not as classy. It's more pillage and plummeting.
Drinking horn is all okay. First of all, we used to have like parties all the time, and parents were getting shit faced, but us kids were just running around, so we didn't know. So you can still get shit faced as a parent. In fact, they all do. I mean,
probably as they get older and like they can like maintain themselves. I feel like with the baby, maybe not right off the bat.
I mean, I don't know. We got a bunch of parents. I feel like Todd would say you can get shit faced. We know Brett would. He got arrested with a fucking fake tattoo on his face. That dude parties.
Yeah, he does party.
You don't have to stop partying because you're an adult. You just have to make sure the baby is taken care of. Or I should say parent. Of course you don't stop partying as an adult.
Right.
Cheers.
Ooh, speaking of baby though, can I vent a little bit to the pod today? Because I was on my way home yesterday. And I know that everybody's seen the baby on board stickers and signs. And, sometimes you have the baby in this bitch, or they get crazy with it, or they put the little Carlos from The Hangover on the back of it. And it'll say baby on board. But this one said baby muggle on board. And as I was driving, like I drove past it, didn't think anything of it, and then kept thinking back to it. I was like, baby muggle on board. I was like, wait, Hermione was a witch and she had muggle parents. Harry didn't know he was a wizard until he was 11. Like, you don't fucking know that's a baby muggle. There's no way for you to tell. You have no
Well,
fucking clue. You're really putting that baby into a box, and you know what you're gonna do is you're gonna create another Voldemort. Because Voldemort was like, "Oh, my stupid Muggle parents. I don't need you." And then he fucking turned into Hitler, but for wizards, and was like, "If you're not pure blood, if you're not Aryan blood, but wizard blood, then you're not good enough." And it's like, bro, he would have like you're starting somebody's like villain arc right here by putting baby Muggle on board, because that kid's gonna grow up, he's gonna see that shit, and he's gonna realize he's a fucking wizard. He's like, "Mom and Dad, you didn't fucking believe in me." And then he's gonna look like a little snake dude. He's gonna kill people. He's gonna like probably die at one point and have to come back and get his followers to bring him back. There's gonna be a whole fucking thing. But this is a bad precedent to set by just saying that your kid is a Muggle right off the bat.
well, they are. Muggles are just non-magic folk. Like the parents
We
are
don't
Muggles,
know.
the baby. So the kid could eventually get magical abilities, but it doesn't have them now.
We don't know that because there's no way to tell until Hagrid
I think we
shows
do
up.
because
He's
magic's not real. Also,
like, no, because Hagrid will show up on your 11th birthday, like, "You're a wizard," and you're like, "Fuck, okay."
Yeah, but also
right,
we're
I
in
am a
Texas,
wizard.
so like if Haggard showed up and like just busted out somebody's door, he's probably getting like shotgun to the chest.
So all depending on what state.
Well, we're in Texas.
Right, Texas, maybe. What if it was just a good Christian family?
And California,
like,
they would
"Wait,
probably
what?"
just be like, "Oh, are you an unhoused person?"
Yeah. And then you'd be like, "Oh, no, actually, you're a wizard." So then that guy's gonna think back. He's like, "Mom, Dad, didn't you have a baby Muggle on board sticker when I was an infant?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, we did. Why?" I'd be like, "I'm a fucking wizard, Mom and Dad." And then he kills his mom and dad. It's the whole fucking thing. And that's like the new Harry Potter story. It's basically
Also,
that's how Voldemort would have started if they had baby on board stickers when Voldemort was a baby.
like you're assuming that Muggle, it's not a slur. Like there's nothing wrong with being a Muggle. You ain't magic, bro.
You could also be like, "Not future NFL athlete baby on board too."
I can do that. I could definitely do that.
You're just putting him in a box. You don't know
Yeah.
if that kid's gonna be a wizard, and by just saying it's not a wizard, you're basically saying like, "We don't believe this kid's a wizard."
Well, you can do that. Not NBA player on your car,
No, because what if my kid goes to Duke? Or
but she's not going to make it to the NBA.
Well, WNBA, not a
There you go.
WNBA player.
Yeah, but I mean, I could also put not NBA player because one, I don't have genetics in my family for anyone to be tall enough to be in the NBA.
But you can just hit threes. That's all you gotta do.
Doesn't matter, dude. I'm the
Wet
tallest
from
one in my
three.
family, and I'm not quite 6 foot. Pretty sure I'm not having a fucking Muggsy Bogues. All right. Especially because I'm not going to train a kid in basketball.
Well, not with that attitude.
I mean, that's my attitude, though.
Yeah, it's not a good one.
Like baseball, football, hockey, or probably not hockey. That's expensive when we're in Texas. But like, yeah, no, fuck basketball. Play baseball. They're going to be a pitcher. Play 1 out of every 5 days. You sign a contract for $325 million.
Anyways,
Sick
that
life.
was, I just felt like that you're setting your kid up for failure if you're just immediately saying like, "Hey, nothing special about you."
I saw a worse sticker on a car today. I don't remember what the first few words were. It was something along the lines of "You think you intimidate me," and then the rest of it just said, "Bitch, I'm from Detroit." It's like, that's the worst fucking car sticker I've ever seen in my life. Bitch, I'm from Detroit. We're like, yeah, we're from fucking Texas. Fuck you.
Can we make Pass the Gravy bumper stickers, Robert, in the store?
Like
Like
that.
we could just make awful bumper stickers. Like "It's April Fool's" somewhere would just be one of those that like somebody's like, "I saw some fucking idiot and it said it's April Fool's somewhere on it." Like, what the fuck does that even mean? We could make those.
That'd be a
I
great
think
one.
that's maybe what we need to just supplement our incomes with. Just really bad bumper stickers that somebody's gonna be like, "I'll wear it. I'll rock this."
Dude, bad bumper stickers are actually like a great, like we can make a swing jockey one.
Yeah. And it's just a baseball player batting like silhouette, but like it's X'd out, like in the no smoking sign.
Like pitchers
Yeah,
are off to
fuck
the side
swing
laughing
jockeys.
at him like fucking swing jockey.
Yeah. It's very simple, like low art value, but like funny. "Don't talk to me till I've had my coffee. JK, until I've had my second." In parentheses, really small. Ass, gas, or
Nope.
pass the gravy. No one rides free. What does that mean?
That's a little too wordy.
Just darling
Bumper
like a
stickers, they gotta be
marlin
short.
as a bumper sticker would be. No, it's funnier when there's like, it's like, I can't even read all the stuff on there, bud.
Nice cans, and it's just like paint cans.
No, you do nice cans 2024 like it's a presidential sticker.
Oh.
saw-
Fuck this 2024.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the jokester in my apartment complex as a "we the people have had enough." I've already done that bit on the pod, but like, get it? Is that we're fed up?
I'm not swerving, officer. I just shit my pants.
That's perfect. I was thinking maybe a not drunk sticker, but then that would just make you more suspicious looking, probably.
Not drunk. I have an inner ear infection.
It says not drunk on the back of the car, actually, so I can't be drunk. Legally, I cannot be drunk. Officer, just take my word for it.
I'm a big fan of this bumper sticker idea.
Let's get in the bumper sticker game. And then I want to do one where it's like the coexist sticker, but we just find a bunch of random other symbols that we can throw together and make them just say something else weird.
Like, shut up.
Yeah, but like it's got like the $sign. U would be like the big. Wait, no,
Just the H.
I don't know.
Just
We could do some research. We could do the rock hands. We'll just do some research on that. But we can make some really stupid ones. Or just says fuck shit.
I like it.
Yeah, there's lots there. There's lots there. And then speaking of like coming up with phrases and stuff, I did come up with like I'm on the Rod Ryan show, obviously, and Rod was telling us some new dictionary terms that they're adding this year. And it's always like, oh, these are the cool new hip things the youngsters, the youths are talking about. And I kind of got to thinking, what if I just created our own? Like, we could just make new slang words. So I came up with some slang words or slang phrases that I wanted to run by you guys, just get your thoughts on. If you would bear with me quickly. Bahangin is really what it would go with. That's the first one. Bahangin, and that's just when you're hanging with your boys with some ice cold Baja Blasts. Like you and the boys and some Baja Blasts. That plays, right?
I like it.
All right. The other one I had was a Quaker's dozen, because you have a dozen, which is 12 of something. You have a baker's dozen, which is 13 of something. And then I thought we should add the Quaker's dozen, which is when you get like 11 donuts, or they leave out one thing, but you have like anxiety and you don't want to ask people anything, and you don't want to like cause any kind of confrontation or anything or send it back. So you're just like, you know what, I'm just going to pay for it and just take it. I don't want to hassle anybody. It's like, you can also use that for, oh, well, I asked for the gabagool on the side, the gabagool came on top. Instead of sending it back and getting my food spit on, I'm just gonna, it's a Quaker's dozen situation right here. I'm just gonna eat this, and I'm just gonna go with it as it is. I don't want to cause any commotion. A lot of it's like being an introvert.
Was like, so what was that movie where Seth Green played the Amish dude?
Sex Drive.
So like, oh wait, no, hold on. I'm just combining Amish movies. I'm thinking of the bowling one. Kingpin, where they say the Amish, they always do everything 1.5 times. I thought a Quaker's dozen, it's similar to Amish. I thought it'd be 18. Just add another 6 onto it. That's a Quaker's dozen.
Well,
they work harder.
I like that. I just thought like from that, it was like, well, like a Quaker doesn't want to fight or cause any controversy or get into any commotion or anything like that. So like a Quaker's doesn't be like, they were one short on my order. I'm not gonna really be like, hey, hello, excuse me. Like I don't want any commotion. I'm introvert. Don't want to ask anybody for anything else. I think a Quaker's dozen plays.
Shit, I might be a Quaker.
You could be. Next one I had was a real box of chocolates situation. Now, this is obviously from Forrest Gump, but this is basically me saying like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Anything could happen. We're in a real box of chocolate situation over here, boys.
It feels like something that like an announcer would pull out in like mid-July during the baseball season. It's just the dog days. No, First and third, no outs. We got to have this here. Yeah, it's a real box of chocolate situation. Like, dude, you're really running out of shit to say this season, aren't you?
No, but good. See, I think that plays. I think that would, you know what? That's a new one. I haven't heard that, but that sounded cool. It's a box of chocolate situation. Makes sense.
Like when the batter has no idea, like he's just up there guessing. He has no idea what the pitcher's going to throw. Like the box of chocolates, you don't know what you're going to get. So when a batter's up there guessing, that's a box of chocolate situation. That's probably a better way to use it.
This is his first time facing this pitcher. You got a real box of chocolate situation on your hand right here.
I like that.
Yeah. So that one plays. Another one I came up with was lizard tailing. Now, this could mean one of two things. It could either mean going into witness protection or that you have just survived like a near-death experience. You've bounced back from it. Maybe you have a new outlook on life. And this is all from when a lizard sheds its tail because something tried to grab it. And it's like, fuck, I got to get out of here. And he's like, you can keep this tail. I'll grow a new one. And you go to witness protection. You're like, man, I almost got fucking killed by the mob. Now I'm going to start my life anew without a tail and a new name and all this shit. Or like, shit, I almost died. I got to start reevaluating my life and appreciating things. I got a new lease on everything. I think that plays, right? Like lizard tailing.
I think you could also use it similar to like throwing somebody under the bus. Like it's not going well, so you just cut off the tail and walk away. Like, no, that was his fault.
I like that. And then
he really lizard tailed his player there.
Yeah, I've been thinking about lizard tailing it hard lately. I was like, what? Just going on the lam, just disappearing, starting anew.
It also could be like when you really have to shit, and it's also like prairie dogging it to where it's there. You're just waiting to finally pinch it off and fucking let it loose. That's what it could be when you got a long turd going on, and when you finally pinch it off, you lizard tailed it.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of other ones for that though. But like going on the lam or just going straight witness protection, that's lizard tailing, bro. That's lizard tailing.
Just cut and run.
The next one I had was Mamba mentality, but it's MOM, and it's basically just what you would use to be like, dude, she's got that Mamba mentality because she's a badass mom, a mom boss.
I kind of like it more for like when moms snap, like when you finally like annoyed your mom or just pushed her so far that she just like turns and hits you. That's Mamba mentality.
That also
like, holy fuck, mom snapped, dude. She was not playing anymore. She's an assassin.
That's when she's fed up with your shit. She's going in badass mom mode. She's got that Mamba mode on. And then also just go ahead, Robert, print the shirts. I mean, that's just Mamba mentality. Like that's like a girl dad shirt. But like, I'm a mom. I have a mentality like that. I'm a good mom. Everybody listening to this podcast, you're out, every mom listening, obviously you got that Mamba mentality. You're a badass mom. You get it. You listen to a cool podcast. Makes sense. Just get like the female logo and just make the top circle part of the female logo just a cobra top, like an angry, scary looking cobra. And
we got until
like upside down cross on after it and just say Mamba.
We got like 2 months. I say in 2 months we put up the Mamba mentality one. Mother's Day is May 12th.
Yep. And then
so like mid-April, I say we put that up, Mamba mentality for Mother's Day.
And then I got that Mamba mentality as a bumper sticker. It's just like pink and white. Nailed it.
Dude, that's great.
Or wait, what if it's the don't tread on me flag, but it just says Mamba mentality? Because it's still a snake. And then it's got little baby snakes under it. Instead of being all like curled up, like ready to attack, it's like it's curled up, ready to attack, but then there's a bunch of baby snakes by it.
We do like if you're a single mom and you've got kids and you want one of those bumper stickers on the back of your car, you're like, you're the big snake, and then you got all the little snakes and it says Mamba mentality.
Yeah. I like that.
Oh, yeah. It's terrible, so it's good.
Right. That was really what I got from it. So yeah, Mamba mentality. I think that there's some legs to that one. And then the last one I brought in for some new phrases that we should try out is Flinton. You could also say I'm going full Bill Flinton on this one. And that's when you have to make an adult decision, but you don't know what to do. So you just go back to what your parents did when you were a little kid. Kind of like when you would have Flintstone vitamins every morning just because your parents were like, it's good for you. Like, I don't know. I'm just going to eat these because they're out. and they're delicious, but like these are good for me. So then as an adult, you're like, I'm just gonna take vitamins when I don't feel good. Vitamins are good for me. Or like, oh, my parents told me to put Vaseline in socks if I have a cold and it'll make me not have a cold anymore. Like, you don't know how to get over a cold. So you're just like, I'm gonna do what my parents did. I'm flinting
Soup.
it. Yeah.
Also, my parents weren't vitamin people. My mom didn't buy Flintstones.
Then you don't understand it, Pat.
Like when we would visit family up north, I had one aunt that would have them. I'd be like, let me get a Fred. She'd be like, here you go. But like, yeah, I mean, vitamins are bullshit. They don't really do anything. You just piss them out.
They do so much. You can't have excess amount of whatever. Like,
I mean, I never took vitamins as a kid. I also never got sick. So,
well, like your family's thing would be like, this would play for you too, because Flinton for you would be like, oh, I don't feel good. Well, my parents always said just drink whiskey. And you go back to what your parents told you to do. So you drink whiskey, and like that's when you're going full Bill Flinton.
are you gonna be a good parent, or are you gonna be one of those lame parents that won't use whiskey when your child is teething?
I'm gonna let Emma make that decision. And that is my diplomatic answer.
I mean, people did it for hundreds of years.
I mean, it's a real box of chocolate situation. Honestly, at this point, it could go either way or any other way. No one knows. See,
I feel like you should name your daughter just Emma Jr. and we can all call her MJ.
No, we already have a name. We have a name now.
Yeah, but MJ would be sick. Also, I'm going to give you fair warning. I'm probably just going to call your child a different name. I do that with like a lot of my. Usually, it's with my friends' dogs. Like they'll be, his name is Troy. I'm like, I'm going to call him Brett. So I'm probably just going to make up a name for your kid. Fair warning.
She probably won't respond to it.
Oh, she'll learn. She'll learn.
But, and then, no, don't.
And then I'm gonna make up a name for your kid. And be like, this is the name your dad wanted to give you, but your mom wouldn't let you.
When we're Baja hanging out and we're just crushing some Baja blasts, you better not be calling my daughter different names. Or you'll be
I'm just
tailing before you find out.
I'm just gonna call your kid Eli. She'll be like, that's not my name. I'm like, shut up, Eli.
I think it'll be close to that anyway. So.
No, but it's not gonna be Ellie or anything. I'm gonna call your daughter Eli.
Well, what if I have a son later? You can't do that because that'll also be Eli.
I'll call him Danny.
No, it doesn't work that way. Yeah, so those are
Fine,
some
I'll
new
call
slang.
him Tiki.
We don't talk about him. Those are some slang phrases. I feel like maybe we try those in our everyday lives. You know, maybe box of chocolate it up a little bit. Maybe try a little Quaker's dozen. Just pepper those into conversation. See how it goes. Probably gonna get you some funny looks, but when you explain it, you're gonna seem like you're the person that's like in the know, and they're the old people. This is how we stay young. We got to make up new slang.
We got to stay ahead of the slang curve. Yeah.
So that's what we're doing here. And that was really all I had there. And then last I had was I wrote Lucy chicken wings, and I took a second to realize what I meant, but you should sell like single chicken wings, like single cigarettes.
Just like a grab and go.
Like, dude, I don't know. Like, I don't know how many chicken wings I want. Do I want 6? I don't always want 6. Maybe I want 8. Like, let me buy one at a time. Pizza by the slice. You can keep going back to the pizza shop and getting another slice. Just let me do that. Let me go to the counter. I'd like 1 wing, please. I'd like 2 wings, please. Charge by the wing.
Also, I want to point out, you wrote down Lucy as an Lucie. You realize that like they're called Lucy cigarettes, not spelled like that Loosy.
They're loose.
Because they're loose.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure you knew because you spelled it incredibly wrong.
Do people spell it that way too?
They don't. They don't. You know what? That's it. You just did it for me. I'm gonna name your daughter Lucy.
I was in a bodega in New York City and it said Lucy's Lucies.
Yeah, well, they
obviously
can't spell.
not spelled right, but I was like, all right, that looks like it's a cool way to spell it.
Lucy cigarettes just reminded me, Pat. Whatever happened to your candy cigarettes?
Oh, you mean these? Still got a whole box of them in my room. I have not been using them.
Got a whole carton.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta
cut back.
I gotta figure out something to do with them. I mean, the bus stop is outside my house in the morning. I could hear all the kids this morning. But you know what's weird? All the parents just hang out at the bus stop with the children.
Yeah, now kids get like abducted, I think.
But like strength in numbers. Here, remember what our parents told us? Don't get in cars with strangers. That was enough. That was more than enough. Like, how am I supposed to give these kids free candy cigarettes if their parents are hanging around? Also, dude, I remember from like,
great point.
My parents never stood at the bus stop with me. I walked to school from elementary school on, and I mean like kindergarten. Granted, I lived in the neighborhood and like there was other kids walking, so it's like it was safe. We weren't going to get abducted. But yeah, my parents were like, no, we got to go to work. Get your own ass to school. Kids don't have responsibilities anymore these days, man.
Well, I think parents are just really worried about people snatching kids up.
But now they've got every kid's got a phone. You can fucking track them.
Yeah.
Put an air tag on your kid.
I mean, there's still a lot of Amber Alerts we get.
Dude, I got like 4 in the last 2 days.
I disabled it. I feel bad, but it would always wake me up at like 2 a.m.
Well, see, here's the thing. I swear, until like a couple days ago, it didn't make sound. I would look down at my phone and be like, oh, there was an Amber Alert at some point. And then the last couple days, it's been buzzing and going off again. They like overrid it. Because like, what am I going to... I'm not going to do anything. I'm like, oh no, Amber Alert. I'm not getting off my couch.
Well, now if you get on Facebook or Twitter or any of that stuff, it just shows you like there's an Amber Alert in your area. So like you'll see it when you get on there. I just don't need to be woken up about it.
You see those? I don't get those on Twitter.
Oh, I did this morning. There's a very sad one that happened this week, and I was like, that was all my Instagram would show me.
It's because they're data mining you. They're like, this guy's going to have a kid, so he's going to be empathetic. Me, they see the kind of shit that I like and post about, and they're like, this guy doesn't give a fuck about kids. That's bumper sticker. No, never mind. I was going to say fuck them kids, but that could be taken very wrong.
Yeah, let's not do that one.
Yeah, never. I said it. Never mind immediately.
Yeah, no, good call. No, it was a good call.
Like you have an idea, and then once you start to verbalize it, you're like, that doesn't sound how it sounded up here.
I get you.
What are you gonna do? It reminds me of a joke I saw the other day. It was Titanic's going down. There's a school teacher, an author, school teacher, lawyer, and a priest. And the school teacher goes, we got to save the kids. And the lawyer goes, fuck the kids. And the priest goes, do you think we have time?
Come on.
Fuck you. That's a great joke. That's a great fucking joke. Somebody probably got offended by that. Sorry, guys. If you think religion can't be made fun of, I don't know why the fuck you're listening to me.
Have you seen the TikTok of the girl that's like, you want to know the real reason that men always say men and women first, or women and children first? It's so they can get us all off the boats and kiss each other. And then it's some guy does a stitch. He's like, no, that's not it. That's not true. No. That always that pops up probably once a week to me, and it kills me every single time.
Ladies, do you really think it takes 6 hours to go golfing? No, it's an hour. The round is over, and then we're just hanging out smooching.
Just Baja hanging out.
You know why? Because men can kiss each other without emotional attachment. Ladies, you should learn something. I've kissed my buddy a couple times. What are you gonna do?
Is it? Look, you're
sometimes nobody backs off during gay chicken. Okay, you just keep on rolling with your life after that.
And then you both win.
Yeah, we did.
So there.
Oh, so is that all you got?
Yeah. What you got?
I had a realization yesterday. I was sitting on my couch. I was like, man, I'm thirsty. And it was funny to me because the first thought that came to my mind was, but I don't really want a beer. And I was, oh yeah, people drink water.
Yeah. And
I got this new fridge. When we first got the fridge, I was drinking water all the time. I was like, I could filter water off. Man, I was pounding waters at home. And then I realized I've had way more beer in my house than I have had water in the past week. I have not been drinking water. I've just been crushing beers.
That's pretty sick, though.
Yeah, dude. I was like, because also I looked to my left and I saw like 7 empty beer cans just sitting on my side table that I've got there. But I was like, man, most people don't get to live this awesome, and that must suck.
Yeah.
Like, you're just sitting there drinking water. I'm crushing just brewskis, playing video games with the boys.
Some water. I was playing video games with the boys. Also, just
having a fucking great time. And yeah, I don't understand how most people get through their day not being awesome all the time, you know? It's a weird thought, but I was just like, more people just crush more beers, guys. You have a good time. I wasn't even getting drunk. It's just when you have a fridge full of beer, you're like, well, that would be nice right now. You get home, you're like, oh, I got cold beer. I could have a glass of water, but you know what sounds better than that? A cold beer. I had a cold beer before I left work the other day. I saw somebody pour a beer and I was like, that looks delicious. I'm having one of those later. That's what I did.
I've not really been drinking during the weeks. Like,
I got to get back on that because then I also realized, like, man, you have been like real fat lately. Like I saw my scale on the ground the other day. I was like, I'm not even going to look at you. I don't want to know right now.
You were in a Quaker's Dungeon situation right there. You're like,
I really
don't
was.
want to get mad at myself, so I'm going to avoid confrontation at all.
I did that thing the other day that I do like every 6 months where I looked up gyms in my area and what they cost.
Oh, that's a good way to not want to go work out. Yeah.
No, but also I was like, I'm not no free ads, but it's rhymes with itness. And I was like, that's only $10 a month. But also,
and they have pizza.
I didn't say the name. But also, for the $10 one, you can only go to one location. And I was like, I'm not going to go out of my way for this.
Well, I mean, obviously, if I get a gym membership, I'm gonna be able to go to all the gyms because I'm gonna go to so many. I don't go to any now, but I'm gonna want to go to at least 12 of them. I can't just pay $10 a month. The base package isn't getting it done.
Every 6 months when I do this, I'm like, well, I'm not paying good money for a gym because I'm probably not going to go. So it's got to be cheap. But then when it's really cheap, I'm like, but it's not right next to me.
Yeah.
If it's not 3 minutes from my house, I'm not fucking going. And the only one that's near me is it's named after a stupid California city. I just gave that one away. That's kind of down the street from my house. Yeah. San Diego Fitness. That's what it is. And I was like, I'm not paying that much. Because I don't need a gym with like all that fancy amenities and shit. I need like a fucking treadmill, elliptical, and some free weights. That's it.
I always liked having to pick it. Like I would pick a gym that had a sauna in it just because there'd be days you get there and you're like, I don't fucking want to work out. But like you look like a pussy if you just leave like in the locker room. Like I ain't even gonna dress out. I'm just gonna go. So like I would change and then I would just go sit and listen to a podcast for like an hour in the sauna and then like keep a shirt on so you look all sweaty. You just walk out. It's like, yeah, looks like that guy got a good pump in. And it's like, no, I was in the sauna. It was like, but I'm sweating out all the bad stuff. So this is what Joe Rogan does. It's right.
I also spent like 30 minutes yesterday looking up golf simulators that I could put in my house. Even though like the cheapest one was like $2,500 and then they go up to like $64,000. And I was just scrolling through them like trying, like I was reading the differences between the ones that were like 2,400, 3,000, 3,200. And I was like, oh, I would never spend the money on that. First of all, I would have to completely clean out my fucking garage.
You're never gonna do that.
That ain't fucking. Dude. All week long I've been thinking about being better. Like because I did the other day. I was like, okay, football season's done. I can start doing more yard work now. I can spend more time cleaning in the garage. You know what I did as soon as I got home that day? I poured a beer and I sat down and I watched hockey for 4 hours.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it, but
it's
just I wonder if I'll ever get past the point where I think about bettering myself. I never do.
No, but like what you're talking about doing with the golf simulator is like what I do with like Zillow and HAR and like when you're looking at houses and you're like I'm looking at like Lower Manhattan for like a apartment fucking penthouse that's going for like $9 billion. I'm like, well, that one doesn't have a slide. The other one had a fucking slide. There's no way. That doesn't even overlook Central Park. And it's like, you're not going to fucking overlook Central Park, Alex. Why do you care? Like, doesn't even have a terrace.
I was trying to find tiny homes in the Houston area. I was like, I'll buy a house.
You would hate a tiny house.
No, I would love it. Because
you would hate it.
No, because literally, dude, it's like one room, a kitchen, a bathroom, a shower. There's usually like an extra room upstairs. But like, that's perfect for me. And it's too small for anyone to ever come over. I don't want people at my home. But also I looked up and the only tiny home community I could find was up in like Conroe, Willis. And I was like, that's a little bit too far of a commute for me.
Yeah, it is pretty far.
So also, I was like, I got to find somebody rich. And I'm going to get all my boys that are in real estate and shit together. I'm like, guys, we're going to build a tiny home community. And then hopefully I can move into a community that's just a bunch of dirt bags like me. And it sounds super fun.
Yeah.
Just do it like,
slums.
dude, a neighborhood of just a bunch of dudes that are just going to be single forever. It's going to be super sad, but also super fun.
You can set up all the tiny houses in like the shape of a dick.
We'll probably like in all of our front yards, everyone will like put a golf hole and we'll just like be able to like chip around the neighborhood. Honestly, what it'll be is just like dudes in their 30s who probably just aren't going to get married, and then like divorced dudes. It sounds like a lot of fun to me, honestly.
The building that my apartment is right next to, like the business building is next to, they just put in a putting green, like a practice putting green, where there's like 3 or 4 little like mini holes. But like I walk Wheezy by there several times a day, and like every time I do, I'm like, I should just get my putter and come out here and just fucking be nails.
I was gonna say, if you need one, I've got a spare putter.
I've got one. I just got to get from like my parents' house. But like that, I could just go kill an hour putting, just being like, I don't like golf. I could just putt all day though.
I mean,
putt. That's
putting's dope. I suck at putting, but it's dope.
Yeah.
I played golf on Saturday. I had 3 chances to make a birdie. I bogeyed every hole. I 3-putt all day, baby.
Robert, what'd you bring in today?
I think it's perfect weather and time for a car wash. We're in that sweet spot right now. We're like,
have you gotten one this year yet?
I got one yesterday.
Oh, okay.
We're
first time in how long?
6 months, maybe.
Yeah, I think I'm maybe 2 a year.
Yeah. So
yeah, maybe.
Me too.
Unless it's like a summer
twice a
day,
year.
and you see like I'm going into like a if I'm going to run an errand or whatever, and I see like a football team or a basketball team, it's like, hey, we're doing a team car wash. I'm like, fucking yeah, all right, I'll pull around here. I'm gonna go run inside. Just because, like, I remember when we did that.
Just gonna let a bunch of minors wash your car, you sick fuck.
Well, here's $10, and then just like whatever. It always makes you feel better.
Yeah, we're that
And
right
then-
now. It's like good period of time where like for like 10 days, it doesn't look like it's gonna rain. Pollen
Nice.
levels aren't high, so you're not gonna immediately get a bunch of pollen on your car.
I thought about that yesterday too, because my car is just dusty. But then I remembered I'm driving up to my parents this week. I'm not going to wash my car and then drive 250 miles.
Wash it right when you get in town, so your parents like, wow, Pat, your car is fantastic.
I don't even know if there is a car wash in Johnson City, dude. There's like 9 things in that town, and 2 of them are breweries.
I
It's a
drive
sick fucking town.
I drive like an older looking car, so like if it's super clean, it doesn't like to me. It looks kind of cool when it's a little bit dusty.
Also, my car, like, I don't know. It also has like tiny little scratches all over the roof because the place where we used to live, the neighborhood cats just hung out underneath and on top of my car. They like all of them. They hung out in our driveway. I could never figure out fucking why. But apparently they weren't declawed. Little dickheads.
Yeah, I have little squirrel footprints sometimes.
But Robert, I hope that goes well for you.
No, that's
I
good.
hope you get a good car wash. Are you just going to go to like a drive-through one, like where you sit in the car? Or are you going to go to one of the ones where you get out and wash it yourself and get a good scrub in there?
Just one of the drive-through ones.
Because that's one of the most disappointing things in the world is when you go to one of those and you even like it's got the 3 levels and you're like, dude, I'm going to splurge. I'm going to pay $14 for the top level one.
Yeah.
And then you get out of your car and you're like, it's still dirty.
Or the last time I did that, like I always just go to one where I go and I'll like listen to a show or whatever for 20 minutes while they do like the full on clean. But the last time I did like a gas station one, the brush, like the middle brush thing, like didn't make contact with the car. So it like cleaned all the sides of it. And there was like a racing stripe of just nothing. And I was like, well, what? I can't go back through it, can I? And they're like, no. All right, I'm gone.
I used to love in college. I would just smoke a bowl in the car while I was getting a car wash. Like, oh, dude, all the soaps are different colors.
Yeah. Distributed.
But also, I did not have AC in my car back then. So sometimes you'd be like, I'm literally hotboxing the shit out of this. I might die in this car wash.
You pass out. They're knocking on the window like, dude, you gotta go. This isn't pulling it anymore.
Go. College was fun.
So it's car wash time, everybody. Don't forget.
Car wash season.
Car wash season.
Mhm.
There's just so much other stuff I'd rather be doing than getting my car washed. The girl was like, I could not do that. All right, that's our Precome segment. How about that? Let's move on to the comeback kid segment. And our early comeback kid is the Pass the Gravy merch store, because not only do we have the It's April Fool's Somewhere shirt that's been doing great, we have way more stuff in the store. Now, shout out Mikey P. He just loaded up. He said he got his tax return. It is an Olympic year. Don't forget, you got to pay taxes this year. But Mikey Paul got his tax return back and went and splooged a little bit on some Pass the Gravy stuff at Pass the Gravy.
I hope he didn't.
Well, he splurged.
There you go.
Splooged.
There you go.
No, he splooged all over it.
You're gonna have to wash that right away
in this store, but it's fine. It's fine in a good way. Now we have Pass the Gravy St. Patty's Day stuff up in the store. You have seen the Irish I was listening to Pass the Gravy shirt before, but that's back. It's awesome and it's better quality than ever before. And now, for the first time ever, we have Pass the Gravy St. Patty's Day hats. It's the Pass the Gravy logo in a shamrock. We have those available in dad hats, in white, and then we also have trucker hats. I think these are some of the coolest hats we've ever put out. These are some of the cool. Like I'm gonna get that white dad hat. Like that is sick.
It's so sick.
It's so sick. It's
like
so
even
sick.
even
Robert
with
did
the
a good job putting it together.
It's got the clover on it, but it's not like it's a hat you can wear every day year round.
Yeah, it just looks like you're wearing like a Lucky Clover, and it's got your favorite podcast on it.
Like especially if you're in Boston, forget about it every day.
Fit right in. And then St. Patty's Day, you're set. They also have the regular Pass the Gravy dad hats, the Ja 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 hats, the PTG icy hats, and then don't forget those April Fools Somewhere shirts. Those are pretty sick. The tie-dye Pass the Gravy hats. I saw Mikey P got one of the orange ones. We were trying to decide whether or not more people are going to get the orange or the black tie-dyed hat. Mikey went with the orange one, but I'm about to drop a couple hundred probably in the Pass the Gravy store after we get done with this, just because I'm very excited. And you're gonna get all this stuff in a reasonable amount of time. We're recording this on February 21st. You're definitely getting it by St. Patty's Day. But order ASAP if you want to get it by St. Patrick's Day, probably by next week. If you're ordering during next week's show, I would imagine that you'll still get it by St. Patrick's Day. They're very fast. It took about 6 days for me to get my It's April Fool's Somewhere shirts. So yeah, passthegravymerch.com, passthegravymerch.com. New awesome stuff. We told you guys we were gonna have better merch. We told you we were gonna have better merch people. We told you the stuff was gonna be better quality and it was gonna be cooler, and we are living up to that. And there's plenty more stuff coming at the Pass the Gravy merch store, passthegravymerch.com. If you get something there, tag us, let us know what you got. When you get it, put it on, take a picture of yourself. We'll give you a shout out, give it a retweet. And we appreciate you guys supporting the podcast. PassTheGravyMerch.com, the official sponsor of the Comeback Kids segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
All right, let's start the Comeback Kid segment with college football video games being back. That's
Let's
the first
go.
Comeback Kid this week. Pat, NCAA football. It's EA College Football 25 is what it's called. They're doing that whole like where FIFA is not FIFA anymore. It's EA FC 25.
Yeah, whatever bullshit they're pulling. Yeah,
It's NCAA 25 basically. College Football 25 is what it is, and they released a teaser trailer for it that proves the game is going to happen now. And
we're finally getting it. Our long national nightmare
sick.
is over after 11 years. I am beyond excited. I'm also beyond worried. They haven't made it in 11 years, and I'm worried it is going to be Madden with college jerseys, and Madden fucking sucks. I was always worried, like, as rumors have happened the last couple of years that it's coming. I was worried this would happen, and the game mechanics and controls, and it would feel like Madden. It was always similar back in the day, but the NCAA game was a little like
There's more arcade.
it felt a little bit different. Not even necessarily arcadey. It just, but now they've gotten to the point where like, will the players move realistically? But it's like, yeah, because there's like the physics in it, but also they move
Like,
completely
I wanted to play a video
unrealistically.
game.
Like
I wanted
the
to play
physics,
a video game.
the physics are realistic for their movements, but it makes them move unrealistically. Like you can't run through the hole. Like you can't run up the middle in Madden because as soon as you tap another player, you just come to a full stop. It's ridiculous. And I got extra worried the other day because I was watching a video of a guy who was telling about stuff he'd learned about the game. And they're like, and guys, very exciting news. Ultimate Team is coming to the game, which sucks because that means, okay, good. EA found a way that let's keep microtransactions in the game. They're going to spend all of their money on that and they're not going to be updating and working on the game modes that people want. Here's what every college football fan wants. Dynasty mode and Road to Glory, which is where you just create a player and try and win Heismans. That's all anybody, and of course, online play. That's all we want. And update, like, give us the rosters with the names on it. We don't give a shit about fucking Ultimate Team. We're like, oh, I'm Notre Dame, but I've got Cam Newton as my quarterback and Reggie Williams as my running. I don't give a shit. Nobody fucking cares. Just give us the game. Literally, all they have to do is give us the exact, like, just patch the last game that was made 11 years ago.
Yeah,
give us
and then just continue
updated
from
graphics. There. Just literally, it could be the exact same game.
Don't even update the graphics.
graphics.
I would sacrifice the graphics.
I want the graphics.
I would sacrifice the graphics if it just gave you the updated rosters.
Just updated graphics and the rosters. Nobody will fucking care. They'll be like, oh, this is exactly what we played 11 years ago. Yes. That's what we've been waiting for 11 years. That's exactly what we want. We don't want Madden. We don't want all these other bullshit game modes and all these fucking shit to like create super ultimate fantasy teams of because that's what was great about college is your roster turns over every 4 years. It's gone. You're not building teams that are going to go on for fucking ever. You're like, oh, my quarterback's finally starting and he had a good year. Well, he was a junior. He's gone. He went to pro. You got to constantly recruit and do that shit. I don't know. I'm worried. But like, if they were to just give me the old game with new graphics and rosters, I'd easily pay 80. I'd pay $100 for that game. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I would. That's what I want. But sadly, it's probably going to play like Madden. I said this to my friend the other day. If I load that game up when I buy it and it controls like Madden, and we all know how I'm the laziest motherfucker ever who never returns anything, it'll be the first game that I ever return. Because like even with online purchases, there is a way to return games. I'll fucking do it. If they ruin this game for me, it was my favorite game, second favorite game going up, only behind Halo. If they ruin this for me, hands will be thrown. I'm going to go January 6th on the EA fucking headquarters.
there's no Quaker's dozen
Except
in this instance.
Except I'm not just going to walk through their halls. I'm going to fucking burn them to the ground.
Put yourself in a lizard tail situation maybe afterwards.
Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll combine January 6th. But remember when everyone gathered and they were going to bum rush Area 51? I'll do that to EA. Where are their headquarters? I'm planning this now. I don't give a fuck that you're listening, FBI. Come after me.
If I'm don't look, like, as you're looking it up, Tiburon, California, I want to say. Because whenever you would make the creative teams, it would be you were the, whatever shark is in Spanish.
Nope. Redwood City, California.
Oh, it's in California. What is shark in Spanish, Robert?
Tiburon.
Tiburon. Yeah, because remember when you would create a team in Madden, it would always make you the Tiburons first.
Oh, I don't know. I just remember from the old wrestling video games, there was always like one of the like two special guys was like Tiburon. He was like a luchador. It was fucking sick. But yeah,
so college
if this
video
game
games
sucks,
back.
everyone, we are marching on Redwood
gonna
City,
be let
California.
down. We're gonna be let down, but just appreciate that it's out for a second. Play it, and then if you don't want to play anymore, then you don't have to.
It's in Silicon Valley, so literally no one's going to stop us.
Yeah. Next comeback kid we got, except AI robots maybe, but the next comeback kid we have is baseball jerseys because man, oh man, does everybody hate them. Everybody hates them. I didn't think they looked that bad when they were like, showing the tweaks. I didn't like, so Fanatics, basically, if you don't understand what we're talking about, Fanatics, the company has pretty much taken over all of the shops for all of the main professional sports leagues. They did it for the NFL, the NHL, now MLB and NBA. They're doing, maybe not NBA, but they definitely have it for the other three, and they probably have it for NBA too. And so fanatics.com is basically where you go to get that stuff. You can go to NHL.com or MLB.com. It'll still send you to a Fanatics site. They are now in charge of manufacturing the jerseys with Nike. And I guess they took every cheapest option they possibly could, because initially it came out and they're like, these are some tweaks that they're doing. Like the Yankees, the New York, the road jerseys, it would say New York and Navy, and it would have a white outline of that. That's gone now. Now it's just no white outline. And I was like, all right, I don't really care. And then players got to spring training and started having to wear the jerseys. And it's pretty much like the T-ball jerseys we got. It looks like they're like ironed on numbers. Like I'm kind of half shocked that like Justin Verlander's was a pretty bad looking one, but like I'm surprised that it's not like Cox Plumbing or whatever it is, where it's like whatever the sponsor was, the pizza shop that sponsored your T-ball team on the back. I figured that they might just be like, do y'all need us to chip in for the jerseys, Astros? What's going on? You have big sponsor patches on them now.
This is it's not
downgrade the quality.
It's crazy to me that they allow Fanatics to take over like production of the jerseys, because it's like known among all fans. If you buy your jerseys and stuff from Fanatics, they're gonna suck. Like they're not good quality. It's crazy. The dude that owns them is worth like a bajillion dollars because he's made so much money doing it.
And now the Commanders too.
But no, it's not Josh Harris.
I thought he is in charge of it.
No, Fanatics is run by that guy that runs the white party every year. That's like super exclusive. But he's worth so much money, and everyone like it's universally known across like fandoms that like these are like this company makes bad quality stuff, and Major League Baseball was like, yeah, you're in charge, just do it. The names, like the letters won't like line up correctly. They're not centered. The quality is shit. It got so bad that the players had to get the union involved. Like we can't play in these. All of them are saying they're not comfortable. They don't fit right. Apparently the pants aren't as customizable as they were once. So like the pants really don't fit well, which is if you're a pitcher, it'll fuck with you because everything needs to feel fluid and just right. And when something's off, it messes you. The pants are see-through. I saw a picture where the guy had his jersey tucked in and you could just see the jersey. Like you could just clearly see the jersey through his pants. It's absolutely insane. They've got all the spring training to figure it out, but it's just absolutely bonkers to me that this company that is known for making cheap quality shit, they finally get the contract to just exclusively do it for the major leagues. And they're like, well, what if for the professionals we actually made good quality product? Like we don't have to spend good money across the board and like make them super good quality for the fans, but the people actually wearing them playing the game, what if we made them good ones? And they were just like, no,
they're not gonna know.
No, have the Chinese sweatshops print off the same shit and give it to the professionals. They won't mind.
Well, they're all ironed on looking, and it's really my favorite thing personally from these are the fact that like the font. Like I hate that they moved the MLB logo below the like all of the jerseys have like a little like circle kind of like a half circle that's on the back of the jersey, and that was always the MLB logo was in the middle of that, and it was like that's what separated the line from like the neck of the jersey. They moved that below that for some reason. That's annoying to me. But what I think is the funniest is that they have one font on like everything, and it's the most curved font you can possibly have. So if you have like Middleton. If I got a custom jersey, like my name would be like a horseshoe. Like it would go shoulder blade all the way to shoulder blade looped around. And so
it would be halfway down the number.
I saw Pete Crow Armstrong of the Cubs, and his jersey is just like basically down to like below his shoulder blades. Like the name starts below it and goes all the way around there. And then I don't know what his first name is on the Rangers, but his last name is Bursick Harrington, and this is his jersey that he's wearing, and it's pretty much just like you could just put a circle around his number. Almost,
it's absurd.
Because, and I get that's a long name, but like just make the fucking font smaller, guys. That's what they used to do. They used to make like they could fit Ben Roethlisberger on an NFL jersey And they're like, it's just gotta go straight. Just make the font smaller.
Just keep it on the shoulders.
Not that difficult.
I saw one today where, and because Major League players have been just tweeting out their jerseys and how bad they look, and somebody took a screenshot of one of the players and sent it to like Fanatics Help or whatever on Twitter, and was like, my jersey quality is shit, and like the help responded like thinking it was just somebody who got a jersey, and was like, hey, obviously sorry about that, we messed up on that one, why don't you DM us and we'll send you a new one and fix it, not realizing this is the shit that's going out to professional fucking athletes. The guy who responded is probably getting fired because it's being spread all over online. So they're probably like, you're making us look bad.
Really
not
responded.
them.
It's usually just that like AI chat. I hate that so much. Whenever you get on the thing where you're like, hey, look, I used my old apartment's address. I need to change it to the new apartment's address. And it'll be like, thank you for your concern. We are also very worried about this. And as you just get the generic answer after generic answer. And I'm like, are you a person? And then it's like typing. Thank you for your concern. We will reach out to you here. Like, I didn't really answer anything. And then you can get a chat, and the chat is still half of that anyways. But yeah, baseball jerseys are back, and everybody hates them.
It's so fucking bad.
They're pretty bad. They're pretty bad.
Like
then,
you know it's bad when as players you have to get the union involved for your fucking jersey.
So buy the replica jerseys, not the authentic ones, because save the money. They're all the same.
Like Robert, I guarantee you've got an Astros jersey in your closet that's better quality than the shit they're wearing right now.
If it's not a new one, yeah, it's already.
Yeah,
Those Astros gold ones should literally be worth like a bar of gold now.
Yeah. Like, you know how it used to be, you could buy like one jersey for like, $100, but then like the really good replica ones were like $250. Those $100 jerseys are better quality than what the players are wearing right now. It's insane.
They're just to be wearing jerseys at this point.
I hope like players, if it's not fixed by opening day, I hope players are just like taking like duct tape and putting the duct tape over the Fanatics logo. Like, fuck you guys.
They're wearing pennies because they have to like be able to determine who's who.
Or they just do it like old school pitchers running the bases. They all just have jackets over their shit. Like, I'm not gonna fucking support you guys.
Just go straight up Sandlot style. Just whatever you're wearing to the ballpark's what you bat in. Like baseball is the only sport where you don't really need uniforms.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, you do, but you don't. It's like, all right, are you on my team? Well, I don't know. Are you in the field? Because I'm not. Okay, it seems like your guys are in the dugout and my guys are out in the field now. You must not be on my team. All right, cool. Well, how are you to decipher this? I don't know. Are you batting or not?
That's so bad. It's so
baseball jerseys like back, and we all hate them.
I have to believe they're gonna fix it by opening day, because how the fuck do you not? But like, also it's Fanatics. This is what they do. They make bad quality shit. So who fucking knows?
I will say Fanatics does make good hoodies. I have 2 hoodies from Fanatics that are solid, but like, yeah, any hats I bought that are Fanatics branded suck.
Maybe all the players should just play in hoodies.
Play in hoodies. They're very comfortable.
That'll go well in the summer.
Yeah. You got sleeveless hoods.
Oh, like what was it? Cincinnati? It was like, last year, the year before, wore the sleeveless jerseys. Yeah, those were sick.
Yeah, Sale Puig was on the team then.
Throwback to the Deion Sanders days.
Yeah. Next comeback kid is Truck Month. Who the fuck didn't tell me it was Truck Month, guys? I was listening to a commercial and they're like, it's Truck Month. I was like, it's again? It's already time? I don't know what I'm going to do during Truck Month. I didn't even have my Truck Month tree ready to go, but fuck, I didn't know it was Truck Month.
I think every month is Truck Month if the month before they didn't sell enough trucks. I don't think it's like a set month. I think it's arbitrary.
That's the bit. But I like just anytime you hear this Truck Month, just like, but fuck, guys, what? Oh, I said a word.
It's Truckuary.
Truckuary. Trucktober. Trarch.
Next month, they're just going to be like, luck of the truck. Come on in for St. Patty's Day savings.
No, next week, remind us to make it a comeback kid for March Madness, because it's just the cheesy basketball themed local commercials like, and we will slam the competitors. And they're like doing a really corny dunk in a suit. There's usually a hot girl that's thrown into it at some point. Whoever the hottest like sales assistant is. Yeah, Truck Month is back. Just thought we should mention that. Also back this week is Trail Riders, because the rodeo's coming back and people are riding horses on the streets.
Yeah. And nobody gives a shit until the second that you're stuck in traffic because of it.
And then
You're
you
like,
hate
God
it,
damn it.
yeah.
Just God damn it. Just
On the news, you're like, oh, that is so cool. They've been traveling from Oklahoma and they've done this every year since 1922. And then you're stuck behind one for a 30-minute period. You're like, God, just fucking go. Get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? It's the worst.
like they need to plan out their trail rides to where they're not driving through high traffic areas in rush hour. You'd think they would have figured it out over the last 100 years, but nope. They just fucking go.
Turns out horses are not as fast as cars.
No, they only have 1 horsepower, so.
Well, yeah. So very limited on horsepower.
And they're not even using the horsepower. They're walking.
Yeah, it's true. They're just moving stuff.
Yeah, they're not like riding after a bandit across the plains. They're just fucking chilling.
Rodeo aside, because obviously when you go to the rodeo, you see everybody in cowboy hats. But like, I just saw a dude walking around in a cowboy hat the other day. And like, that's the try hard move, isn't it? Like, you're in the city
I don't think
in a
so.
cowboy hat. What are you doing?
Not
Not always. I get that. Like, maybe I don't understand. It's a different point of view, but like try hard move, dude. Like, what you got? You herding cattle?
We're
need to wear a
suburb
cowboy
boys,
hat?
dude. It's not our culture. That's what, like, if you don't wear cowboy hats all the time, you shouldn't wear cowboy hats.
Yeah,
Their culture
I
is not
don't.
your costume. I've never been. Anytime I've ever put one on, I'm just like, this doesn't look right.
I don't look good with like brims going around.
There's not
My head.
obese cowboys. You know why? Because they're working all day, and they're doing physical labor. If you're
Jelly
fat in a
roll.
cowboy hat, you're just like, yeah, he didn't look right. He didn't look right in a cowboy hat.
He's kind of cowboy.
Like,
I guess he's country.
and honestly, at this point, Tim McGraw doesn't look right in a cowboy hat anymore. I thought that last year when I went and saw him, or was it the year before? I don't remember. But it's just like, dude, you're like old man ripped. It doesn't look right. He's like, and like his skin is really tight, and like not in the way that you would see a rancher who's like old man ripped because he's been in the sun and his skin is tight because he's been in the sun for 60 fucking years. It's just like, oh, you're just super rich, so you're in great shape, but you still wear a cowboy hat because you always have. So like, I'm not mad at him for doing it, but it doesn't look right on him.
Yeah.
Some people, you're like, all right, you look like a good old boy. Wear your cowboy hat. All right, that makes sense. But most people, you're just like, dude, you're just wearing a cowboy hat. It's usually like a formal thing. Like if you're going to Buffalo Wild Wings, you don't need your fucking cowboy hat on.
Gravy Gangster of the Year winner last year, Brett Brandon, big into the rodeo committee. Like, he looks fucking killer in a cowboy hat.
He does.
He can fucking pull that shit off.
Good looking man.
Nobody's business.
Strong jaw. You need a strong jaw.
In a cowboy hat. But sometimes, like not to talk about other shows, but the Pat McAfee show has this guy that is funny. I like his takes, but he wears a cowboy hat most of the time. I'm like, dude, now you can't wear over-ear headphones because you have a fucking cowboy hat on. It complicates things. Like, is that just your bit? The bit is that you wear a cowboy hat sometimes? It doesn't make it easier to wear cowboy hats inside.
The only cowboy hat I think I could pull off is like when people would make cowboy hats out of like Busch light boxes. That's probably the only one I could pull off. Like, yeah, you look like a fucking alcoholic.
That's beside the point, though. I just can't pull off the cowboy hat. Maybe I'm just envious of it. But yeah,
A little bit, yeah, me too.
Trail Riders are back. We're gonna power rank rodeo food in power rankings. That's a little spoiler alert. We're not gonna do a mock draft. Maybe we could do a mock draft. No, we're not doing a mock draft of rodeo food after we power rank it. We're not doing that. But so yeah, we'll talk some more rodeo here in just a little bit. But Trail Riders are back, and then also back this week. I figured this. Why not? Emo of the week. The emo of the week this week is Dallas Cowboys linebacker Micah Parsons, because Widow Micah doesn't like it when people ask for autographs. I was at the airport and somebody asked me for an autograph and somebody hurt my feelings. I don't like doing that. Shut the fuck up, Micah Parsons. Sign the autographs. Daniel Jones would have been there. He would have missed his flight signing all the autographs. I would sign
shut up.
I will sign any autograph forever. It will mean nothing to you later on because you'll be like, why did I get Alex to sign something? Now it's devalued. But I'll sign whatever you want. you couldn't take me away from signing stuff if you wanted stuff signed. And Micah Parsons was like, oh, it's just not nice. Now I know like backstory, they were adult autograph seekers, so I can understand that being annoying, but like fuck him.
Yeah, I mean, fuck adult autograph seekers. It's just like, no. But like, if somebody is just like, can I get your autograph? Cool. But if somebody comes up, can you sign these 6 things? No. Or if you're in a hurry, you just like, sorry, I'm late. I got to catch this flight. It's whatever. But like, when professional athletes get all pissy about it and they're like, I don't want to sign stuff, dude, you're making millions of dollars a year, and some kid just wants an out. Just sign the fucking thing. Just sign the fucking thing. Stop being a douchebag about it. Stop. Don't complain about it publicly, because then you just look like an asshole who's
and that's
I'm a millionaire playing a game, but I don't want to sign something. And it's not like the old days when I feel autographs can be valuable now, but it's not like it used to be when like Pete Rose didn't want to do it, and he still is the guy that like you have to pay him for every autograph because he's Pete Rose. He's one of the greatest players of all time. His autograph like, is worth really something.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. But if you're just a regular guy, not really regular guy for sports, and you refuse to sign autographs, you're a fucking dickhead. Who gives a shit, dude? You're probably gonna be out of the league in 3 years after you blow out your knee anyway. That's what you always have to assume in football.
Yeah,
I don't mean Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons is not. He's a fucking
bum.
great.
He's a bum.
No, he's great. He plays for a bum ass franchise.
He's a bum. He is a bum.
Okay, he's a bum.
He's a bum.
Yeah, you couldn't do shit against the Packers.
Cursing him. But I didn't want to do it. I'm doing it.
But yeah, nobody wants to hear professional athletes complain. We don't.
Yeah, Micah.
Oh, it's a problem for me. Fuck you.
Fuck you. I don't know if you've got the bit that I think 3 of the 4 or 5 emos have been Dallas players, but like it always.
I caught it.
It's just it always plays. It always plays.
Yeah, fuck them. Yeah, along the line of just professional athletes that are fucking douchebags. Anthony Rendon. He's got to be the most hated player for the Angels, right? This guy, he's making. I'm just going to throw out a random number: $35 million a year. He signed a massive contract for so much money with them. I don't think he's completed a season for them, has he, Robert? Or a full season?
I think he's played around 260 out of the possible 500 or so games that he could have played.
Yeah, so he's always injured and just constantly says things that makes it sound like he doesn't give a fuck about baseball. Now, I will say, so somebody asked him in an interview, is baseball your top priority? And he goes, no. And granted, I get what he was saying. He was like, my faith and my family are my top priorities. But like just the way he said it, it's just like, dude, you sound so uninterested in baseball when you're one of the top paid guys that never actually plays baseball. He makes so much money and is just never on the field and just always constantly sounds bothered about having to play. Like he was the main guy last year that was like, dude, we play way too much. This season should be shorter. But I guarantee if you asked him, if we shorten the season, are you going to take less money on your contract because you were paid for, how long the season? He'd be like, fuck no. That's what they paid me. He seems like the most insufferable fucking douchebag of all time.
I'm going to let him pass on this one though. Because I disagree with you on the fact that, like, I hate, and like, it's combine season. We're about to kick off mock draft season here in a second. But like, it's combine season, so you have the mock drafts coming out. And every year in the NFL, you had, like, what was the guy out of UCLA? Josh Rosen. Josh Rosen was like, does he really love football? Does he really care about football? Is football really his main point? Like, I don't fucking care, man. Is he going to throw the football and throw touchdowns and win games? Because if he does that, I'm fine with that.
He didn't do any of that.
Right. No, I get that. But it's
so they were right
to
ask those questions with him.
No, because him loving football doesn't make a difference. He got the Cardinals sucked. Then Kyler Murray came into the draft the next year. They got a new coach. They shipped Josh Rosen off. He never really got a fair shake. I don't think it was because Josh. But I don't think that Josh Rosen made it or didn't make it in the NFL because of whether or not he loved football. And I don't think that Rendon is going to make or break his career based on whether or not he loves baseball. And really, like, no, his family should be first priority.
Of course.
It's the people that are upset about that are the same people to me that are like, well, you know what? He doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame if he throws 7 perfect games in his career and wins 300 games. Like, they're going to say, well, remember when Anthony Rendon said that baseball wasn't his top priority? He doesn't deserve to go in the Hall. It's like, shut the fuck up. shut the fuck up. That's such like an old man take. Like, I don't care, dude. Does he go? And like, no, I get it. He misses half the games. I get that. The Angels, they're not really a team that,
franchise. You could just say they're not really a franchise.
like name a player that went there that performed super well and led the team to a championship.
Nolan Ryan, did they ever win when he was there?
No.
But it was the thing with Rendon is that he was so
in
good.
recent memory.
He was so good for the Nationals. And then as soon as he signed that giant contract with the Angels, every public comment he's made has made it seem like he doesn't give a fuck anymore.
Well, that's what baseball is, dude. Like every contract you sign, Shohei Ohtani, is he going to live up to that contract?
Probably.
Playing-wise.
Yes.
Money-wise that he generates to the franchise, I think he probably lives like that's worth it.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he checks the fuck out and sucks.
No, I don't think that he's going to check out. I just think that that's such a massive contract. There's no way you can live up to that contract.
Well, really, when you sign a contract like that, you need to live up to the first half, maybe 3/4 of it.
Patrick Mahomes is the only person to ever live up to a contract like that, but it wasn't a baseball contract. Baseball contracts, you just don't live up to those. Ever.
Well, usually because you have to sign super long-term ones.
Never.
And
Alex Rodriguez.
But in baseball, it's understood that the end of the contract, we're going to be way overpaying you for the last 3 or 4 years because that's just what we had to do to get you because we want you in your prime for the meat of it. He hasn't lived up to 1 second of the contract. Even when he's on the field, he's not good. He's like another guy like Javi Baez. Yeah. He signed with Detroit and he sucks. It was Detroit, right? Did I say that wrong? Or is he? Yeah. He's awful. The second he got there, you're like, wow, you're not good anymore. So, and especially in baseball, you're like, all right, did you stop taking all the steroids you were taking before? Like, what's different?
Sometimes it depends on where you hit. Sometimes it depends. I mean, Correa has been nothing compared to like what he was with the Astros, with the Twins.
But like, not compared to but also it's because they have Correa, his greatness was always in the postseason. Like, not saying he wasn't great during the regular season, but his play just excelled in the postseason. He's been injured his whole time there too, which, yeah, you can say that for Rendon and everything, but it's like Correa doesn't play horrible when he's on the field. He played pretty good last year, not his massive numbers that he was doing early in his career with the Astros, but he had a lot better talent around him and everything too. It's just when everything that comes out publicly about you, it just is another thing that makes it look like you don't care. Every single thing. It's infuriating as a fan. Now
he
I'm
got
cool
suspended
with it.
last year, right? Because he grabbed the fan. I think it was the first game.
Yeah, allowed to fight one fan a year.
The fan was shit talking him, and he threw it. But also, and I'm fully on board with that. But also, if I'm making $35 million a year, I don't even know what his contract is. It's a lot.
Wish I was making $1 million.
But fans are yelling at me. You're like, okay, fuck you. It's gotta really suck being an Angels fan.
It's like crying with the money meme.
Yeah.
You've wasted all of Trout's career, and even Trout now is like, I want to be here. But if things don't change, that's probably going to change. So Trout's not going to. I would bet you Trout will be traded during this year.
I bet he doesn't.
If he doesn't have a really good year, or like if they don't have a good year, like if it starts after the All-Star game, if they're just out of it already, like why is he still going to want to be there? He's been one of the best players of all time for like the last 7 years, minus the last like year and a half because he's been injured. But there's just nothing he can do. He doesn't get to play in the playoffs because he's in a fucking horrible franchise that doesn't do anything ever.
COVID year, they didn't make it that COVID year. Remember when everybody made it?
So and then what? And then what did they do in the playoffs?
Well, I mean, let's not talk about that. But he still made it. We don't even talk. Those playoffs don't even count. Remember?
Hey, the good news in all this is we're talking baseball, boys. It's almost baseball season.
Baseball.
Yeah, you said earlier that the Angels aren't a franchise. I think it's really the A's. Are the A's a franchise? Like,
they're trying to be. They're trying hard. They don't have a. I don't know if they're gonna. They might be blocked from moving to Vegas.
But the whole situation's a mess.
It's crazy that there's 2 professional sports teams in the major, like them and the Coyotes don't have a stadium to play in right now. There's 2 professional teams in America that don't have a fucking stadium. The Coyotes play at a literal college stadium. The A's are probably going to be playing in fucking Sacramento this year. Like, there's cities that want teams. Put them in the city that wants the team. I don't understand how the A's moving to Vegas is being blocked. Granted, they still have to build the stadium, and it's going to be a couple years anyway. But like, holy fucking shit! How do you guys not plan this out?
Mm-hmm.
It's your only job. It's your only job is to make sure that your team has a stadium to play in, and is competitive. And most teams are like, we can't figure it out.
Yeah, right. It's pretty weird. Okay, well, that's Anthony Rendon's a comeback kid, and then the last comeback kid before we get into mock draft season is saxophones, because it's been on the internet for a while, but it's been stuck in my head for an entire week now. And it's, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google Squirtle saxophone on YouTube. There's like a 10-hour version of it, and it's my life right now. It's amazing. It's awesome. If you're feeling bad, just go YouTube Squirtle saxophone, play it. You'll feel better. If you're feeling,
it's one of those ones that
amped up, play that.
It gets stuck in your head. You just hear it. It's a 7-second clip. You hear it over and over for 3 hours in your head. You don't get sick of it. It's that great of a saxophone solo. You think Bill Clinton plays that for girls, hookers before he bangs them?
Probably.
I mean, I would if I could play the saxophone every fucking day. We can't play the sound because we don't own it. But we all know, everyone's hearing it in their head right now.
Yeah, now you know what I'm talking about. Maybe I need to start doing the daily Squirtle saxophone post like I did with David of Pumpkins.
It's so
The
hard
daily
for me to
Squirtle
not
sax.
like be like
The
singing
squirtin'
the
sax.
fucking tune right now. Like, I just want to be like going, and like making the noises, and I can't.
Ooh,
That's the worst part of this.
verbal meme. Like me as what's his face from God damn it, Christian Bale and Huey Lewis in the News. He murders what's his face?
American Psycho.
American Psycho. God damn it, thank you. I'm him walking into work, and it's just like me acting all tough, but then my headphones are just playing.
Watch it. Verbal meme. It's the 2 arms gripping, and one side just says the greatest dopamine rush you've ever had, and the other side says Squirtle saxophone.
Yeah. Do that one too. You going with it, memes group out there. But yeah, that Squirtle saxophone just fucking slaps. And
It's so
if your
good.
If your team wins, just throw your team logo on top of the squirrel doing that, and you're like, fuck yeah, this post fucks. Like, Robert, just life hack. Every time the Astros win, just go ahead, make the Squirtle playing that, and then just post it, and you're gonna get 1,000 jillion likes every single time, because everybody's like, fuck yeah. There's a guy who does that with the Red Wings every single time, and every single time I see it, like I searched for it the other day. I was like, I need my Red Wings saxophone. Where is it?
But we don't want to copy it. Like, we got to find our own song for Astros
No,
Twitter to
that
do
can
it.
be your thing, dude, because it's just a vibe the whole time, and you're never.
But the
gonna be
Red
like,
Wings
"Fuck,
already did
I don't
that
want to
one."
hear that. No, other people do it. I've seen it for other teams.
Yeah,
You just
but
get
like,
yoked when it's your team, and you're like, "Fucking let's go," and then you're like,
we did
I don't
so
think
good about
me
not singing
humming
it.
it. I don't think me humming it. Can get
I don't know. You're the one that told me
Robert?
not to sing it, Dick.
I said we just can't play it.
I was thinking, we're the Astros. What if we did like, this is ground control to Major Tom? I don't know. I don't know many space songs.
I used to intern when I first got into radio, and one of the afternoon shows, like, that was their bit. They'd always be like, "Is that Major Tom? Is that Major Tom?" And they would always play the David Bowie song like as the final song, like on the way out. And it was like, oh, because Major Tom was there. And that's a funny David Bowie story song. All right, moving on. Saxophones and Squirtles, they're back. And then our final mock draft, or our final comeback kid, is mock draft season. It is officially back. Mock draft SZN boys. We reached out to you guys at Pass Grade Pod, and we were like, hey, what should we start mock draft season off with? Mike Fish at Only Mike Fish. He was the first person to respond, and he said Adam Sandler movies. Should I just say what I texted you guys? My really bad initial.
Yeah. It's so bad.
I was like, hey guys, might be kind of high, but what if we started mock draft season with a mock draft of people who could play Goldilocks in a movie about Goldilocks and the Three Bears? Which they're not making a movie about Goldilocks and Three Bears. That was just a random
which I
put
asked you
together
because it was so out of left field. I was like, is that movie being fucking made? Why?
Like, no, it's not. That's why we're casting it. So we're not starting with that. We're starting with Adam Sandler movies because that's way easier to just start off. And there is quite a catalog of Adam Sandler stuff, whether or not you love him or you hate him. I believe Pat McClellan, when he was on, we were talking how he gets a bad rap. And there's a lot of awesome Adam Sandler movies we named and that. But so we're gonna do a mock draft of Adam Sandler movies to kick off mock draft season. Basically, if you're new to the pod, if you don't know what mock draft season is, it is the period after the NFL season is over, before the NFL draft, and there's not a lot going on in sports radio. I mean, you're talking about spring training baseball, but you can only do that so long. I mean, we were talking about uniforms and whether or not people love baseball, really. Like that was the analytical part of baseball we just talked about there. But football, nothing gets talked about except for mock drafts. And then everybody's gonna be like, well, here's the 32 teams drafted in the first round, and here's how we project this to go. Now, one thing changes in the actual draft, and your mock draft is completely fucked. So looking at a mock draft, I look at the Giants mock drafts probably once or twice a week. It's fun to think about, but nobody really cares. They mean nothing. So we decided we were just going to start doing mock drafts of random things. You give us a topic. If it's a topical thing that happened in the week, we're going to probably bump that up. But then sometimes it's just a random thing like Adam Sandler movies. So hit us up at Pass Grade Pod. Use the hashtag PTG mock draft and submit your suggestions for that. We're also going to tweet it out every week and then try and grab some of those. But at Only Mike Fish, shout out to him. Mock draft of Adam Sandler movies. Now we're going to start mock draft off. They're all snake drafts. So we go 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. But I feel like we should go with the order of finish last year. I should be rewarded for winning. Robert should get to go second because Robert got second. And then Pat, you fucked up, so you should go third.
That's fine. That's fine.
Next week, we do reverse order where it's whoever finished last. So we're going to post, I guess. Why don't we start posting on Thursdays so we can have like a full 24 hours. You'll know who wins by Friday. And then we can do the voting there. Like whoever has the winner at that point, then like whoever gets first goes third next week, and whoever gets last goes first next week. We're gonna have Robert did the math last week. I think we have 10 of these we get to do before the NFL draft. So we're gonna do that until end of April, and that is we got 10 mock drafts. This is mock draft 1 of 10 of the 2024 mock draft season. And it is a mock draft of Adam Sandler movies, not TV shows, right? This does not count any skits he was in on Saturday Night Live.
Movies he was like an actor in, because I feel like Robert's going to try and pull he was the executive producer of this movie. No, actually, it doesn't matter. Robert hasn't seen any of these movies anyway. So.
Yeah, Robert, probably seen how many Adam Sandler movies do you think you've seen, Robert? You have to name
guess probably 5.
3.
That's a lot. 5. I mean, he's got an extensive catalog. And you start looking at him, you're like, yeah, I've seen that movie. Probably. Like, there's a lot of Adam Sandler movies in this that I've probably seen 10 times.
This is hard for me because like there's ones that I would rank way higher that I love, but I know won't hit. But I'm probably still gonna pick them anyway.
I'm gonna go 1-1. I'll start us off. Mock draft of Adam Sandler movies. I'm gonna go Happy Gilmore, just 1-1. I love that one. That was my favorite personally. I don't care if it's the number 1 ranked on whatever it is, but Happy Gilmore was fucking awesome. You had a little bit of everything.
It's great. There's like 3 movies that like you can't go wrong. Which one you pick? 1-1.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Happy Gilmore at 1-1. Robert?
Well, they call me Big Daddy, so I'm going Big Daddy.
I do like that.
That's not one of the 3 I was going to pick in the top 3, but it is a great movie.
That is a really good movie.
It is great. All right, well then, I was thinking I was only going to get one of these. I'm going Billy Madison, Billy Madison and the Waterboy.
No, you get Madison.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You're making me Madison. Yeah, Billy Madison and The Water Boy, 2 and 3. I mean,
Yeah, no, those are
they're the
solid.
classics. They're the classics.
That's what I had at 2 and 3. Back to you, Robert.
I'll go with Little Nicky.
Oh, it's a good
Great.
one. That's a good one. Little Nicky off the board.
Hey, it's
And
pretty
see-
good for my first time.
Oh wow.
You turned Coke into a Pepsi?
I'm gonna go with Mr. Deeds and a little younger version of Adam Sandler. I'm gonna go with The Wedding Singer.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to make you smile whenever you're sad. Carry you around when your arthritis gets bad. And then you get and we have Billy
It
Joel.
all was bullshit.
Put a bullet in my head.
Oh, fucking great ones. Great.
All right. So that's back to you. Oh wait, no. I did.
You picked your 2.
No, I did. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you
Mr.
got
Deeds and Wedding Singer.
Mhm.
All right,
My-
Robert, back to you.
My 3rd pick, I'm gonna go with The Longest Yard.
Ooh, that's a good one. I was debating on that one too.
Oh, it's difficult.
Lots left
There's
still.
there's so many. I mean, this is gonna be a hell of an honorable mention.
So this is you wrapping it up here too, Pat. You get 2 here.
I know that's why it's difficult. I'm gonna have to take Angry Management.
Ooh,
Yeah, dude. Underrated. People forget about that one.
Jack
Angry
Nicholson
Management
in it.
is
Yeah.
fucking great. And for my final, God damn it. You know what? I'm a gambler. Uncut Gems. Uncut
That's the one
Gems is
that
a
got
great
him
one.
the awards and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe not a lot of people. And it's not comedy, Adam, which is what most people think of course, with Adam Sandler. But that was a great fucking movie. That was a great movie.
All right.
I agree.
My last pick, I'm gonna go with Grown Ups. Grown Ups 1.
Grown-ups. I mean, yeah,
Those
you got all
movies
his
get
buddies.
that movie. I still haven't seen the second one, but that movie
You
gets
don't need
shit on
to.
a lot. People are like, it's not. Grown Ups suck. Grown Ups was a good movie. The Grown Ups was fucking funny. People that shit on that, go touch grass.
I'm actually torn on which one to go with here. But I feel like 50 First Dates has to be it. I feel like that's the one that more people know. I'm gonna go 50 First Dates. It was either between that or Just Go With It, because I think Just Go With It is an incredibly underrated Adam Sandler movie. I just think a lot of people haven't seen it.
Those are
Just
both
Go-
really good.
But Just Go With It was like peak Adam Sandler, where like he's made his money. He's gotten to that point where he's just like initially when he got to the point where he's good with his money, he's like, boys, what if we just did like all the stuff we filmed the show in Hawaii, and all me and my boys go out there, and they're like, yeah, that works. And then he got a little bit more richer, and then was like, and what if I also just had really hot models out there too? Okay, yeah, who are you thinking for your love interest? And he's like, what if we had Kate Upton and Jennifer Aniston in it? And then that's you get to Just Go With It.
Well,
and that was an awesome, and it was a good movie too.
No, Just Go With It. Wasn't that Brooklyn Decker?
Brooklyn Decker, yeah. Same shit. Kate Upton, Brooklyn
Yeah,
Decker.
it was
like,
like
gorgeous
early
women.
on in his Netflix movies when he signed that contract to make like 12 movies with them.
yeah. And
But it was
a
good.
solid strategy.
I think
But
that was his first good one with Netflix.
let's recap before we get into honorable mentions, which I'm really excited about. The mock draft of Adam Sandler movies. I have Happy Gilmore, Mr. Deeds, The Wedding Singer, and 50 First Dates. Robert has Big Daddy, Little Nicky, The Longest Yard, and Grown Ups. And Pat has Billy Madison, The Water Boy, Anger Management, and Uncut Gems. I could see this going absolutely any direction. And that's kind of the beauty of this one. I thought that was why it was a good one to start with. Because like sometimes you can just tell like, oh, you got fucked. Like you didn't get anything good. There was 12 could have probably not been number one overall, but like you could have argued for any of these being in anywhere. And let's get into the so we'll post those. Let's just say tomorrow I'll post the mock draft graphic. We can vote. And do we want to wrap up vote? Do you want to give them 24 hours or do you want to give them longer? We're settling this now. This will determine how we finish mock draft season.
I mean, either 24 or 48. If you want to give them all Thursday and all Friday, or just Thursday, either way, however you want to do it.
Okay, let's have it in by 5:00 Friday. So a little less.
So
than
the
48
Thursday,
hours.
whenever it goes up, and then voting ends 5:00 Friday.
Yeah, that's fair.
That works.
All right, are we gonna have a punishment for whoever loses mock draft season?
I mean, fuck. What do you want me to do? Because it's gonna be me. I mean, there was ones that I probably wanted to pick over Uncut Gems, but I do love that movie. But they're just universally shit on, and I don't understand why. But yeah, I mean, as of right now, we'll say yes. There's a punishment. Who knows if we fucking do it?
Send us
We never follow
punishment
through on shit.
suggestions. We will have 2 weeks to make up a punishment before anybody can get too far behind.
The problem is, like, me and you are down for more punishments than Robert is.
Yeah, we've never had punishments to mock draft.
I'd like to add punishments.
I think just the shame of losing is enough.
you don't want to lose. But we were talking Mike Trout, and I thought it'd be funny if I was gonna say if Mike Trout did get traded, that you get to slap me with the Trout, and if he doesn't get traded, like I said, then I get to slap you with a Trout. But maybe we do that with mock draft. Whoever.
I mean,
loses
I can make
gets
that happen.
slapped.
We sell
with a
trout at the
trout.
restaurant. I can bring one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
We'll just-
fillet, but
No. We'll go buy a trout at the store and just like
it's not going to be as easy as you think.
I'll catch it.
Find a whole trout.
I don't know. You get slapped with some sort of fish.
We'll figure it out. But honorable
we have 2 weeks
mentions.
to figure it out. Honorable mentions.
My 1-1 was You Don't Mess with the Zohan. That movie got such bad reviews.
Saw it one time.
Love that movie. I
Saw
think
it
it's
one
one of the
time.
funniest Adam Sandler movies.
Airheads. Also,
Airheads is great. That was my 2-2.
Yeah, I love
honorable
Airheads. I
mention.
just don't think enough people have seen it. It's very early Adam Sandler with Brendan Fraser. They hold up they're in a band and they're trying to get their music played
It's
on a
so
radio station. So
good.
they hold up a radio station with fake guns that have hot pepper sauce in them. They think
8
they're
Crazy
real guns.
Nights up there. I don't think it holds up as well, though. I watched it like within the last 2 years, and I was like, oh, the whole thing is musical.
I now
And I
pronounce
get
you
tired of that after a
Chuck and
while.
Larry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chuck and Larry, great one. As far as cameos, The Animal, where he plays the Rob Schneider Townie role, and then what was the other one? I was just looking at it. Where did I just scrolled right past it and I lost it? Another great cameo he had.
We're leaving at UB Halloween. UB Halloween, very.
Never watched it. It looked
hated on
awful.
for no reason. Punch.
Oh,
Drunk
the hot
Love.
chick. The hot chick. Plus, you can put weed in there. That guy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was a great cameo, but that wouldn't win you anything.
Punch Drunk Love was like, if you look up Adam Sandler best movies, that's got all like the artsy fartsy awards in it.
Funny People. That was another
I think
one.
I
It
saw
wasn't
one time.
like
But that was
it
like
wasn't-
that
it wasn't
was not
dumb Adam
as
Sandler
good as I
slapstick
felt
humor.
like people.
I loved
so
Funny
dark.
People. Yeah, dude. But it showed depth. That's what I loved about it. I thought that movie was fucking great, but
Click.
like most things, people don't agree with me.
Click was
Click.
good, but Click made you sad. Click made you sad
other
because
one-
then you go too fast, and then you realize sometimes you gotta stop and sit around. And then also, I think that was when you got Forever and Ever. Let's make this last forever. I think that was in the soundtrack.
The big one that got shit on in worse reviews than the Zohan that I absolutely loved. That's My Boy. I loved that movie. I thought it was because it was like older Adam. He hadn't really had huge hits for a while, but it was Adam acting like he did back when he was 22. Just absolute moron, stupid, dumbass comedy, which is, I think, when he's at his best, absolutely elite. And Andy Samberg playing his son is like one of the most perfect casting roles of all time. That's My Boy's fucking one of my favorite movies of the last 15 years. I watch that shit whenever I see it on. Like, if I think about that, I'm going to watch it tonight. If I think about it, I watch it that day. I think that movie's fucking great. All these other ones is just like, shit that I didn't watch. My brother always tells me to watch The Cobbler or something like that. What's it called? Oh, Hustle.
The Cobbler.
Where the Hustle, where he plays like a basketball scout. My brother's been trying to make me watch that for like fucking 3 years, or I guess 2 years because it came out 2 years ago. But
Did you guys ever watch Jack and Jill?
no,
never saw that.
I heard
it
that
looks
one's
so
really
bad. I just couldn't. I just couldn't. That and like bedtime stories and pixels.
Bedtime Stories was underrated. I liked it.
Yeah, but that one, it's just like, it's a kiddie movie, so I don't really give a shit to go out of my way for it. But yeah, I love Adam.
All right. Solid start to the mock draft season. Thank you, Mike Fish, at only Mike Fish, for submissions for that. We're going to tweet it out each week. Probably I'm going to try and remind me to do that on Tuesday so I can get we can get a 24-hour kind of thing going. And then if you just have any ideas, hashtag PTG mock draft to at @PassingGradePod. That's how you'll search for it. Moving on. Let's move on to the Not Cool segment, brought to you by our brand new friends at the Houston SaberCats. Pat, what do they sound like? Exactly. That's exactly what they sound like. The election, though, it's in full swing. And on a national level, we don't care about that. We care about what's going on here in H-Town. The Houston SaberCats professional rugby team. They're seeking your vote for rugby, whether you're an elephant or a donkey. It won't matter because they want you to vote for rugby and see this fast-paced, physical, exciting game. Don't vote for baseball, basketball, or football. Vote for the Houston SaberCats and secure your seats this season. The SaberCats play at their stadium located off of 288 and Airport here in Houston. Believe me, you'll have a blast at these games. You'll be hooked when you go to one of them. We're going to be out at a couple of these games this year. Come hang with us. We're going to have an awesome time. The SaberCats have 4-game mini season ticket packages that are available right now. You can pick the 4 games of the entire season that you go to. The season goes March through July. Go to HoustonSaberCats.com. That's HoustonSaberCats.com for more information. We will see you at SaberCats Stadium. I am stoked about Houston SaberCats, and we fucking hate the Charlotte team. We learned that last week. We hate the Charlotte team. Fuck them. Fuck the Charlotte team. But go SaberCats. HoustonSaberCats.com. See you at SaberCats Field. They are the
Bad Charlotte.
Bad Charlotte. Yeah, that's what it is. They are the official sponsor of the Not Cool segment. There's a lot of things that aren't cool. SaberCats are always cool.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
All right. If you have a not cool to share with us, basically this is where we vent each week. You have something that happens to you that makes you say, hey, man, that's not cool. Hit us up at PassingGradePod. Use the hashtag PTG not cool. We will pick some of them from you guys and gals that are listening and watching each week, and we will read them on the pod at PassingGradePod on Twitter. Use the hashtag PTG not cool and submit. Just go off, King. Go off, Queen. Rant to us, and then we'll pick some of you guys' answers or some of you guys' not cools and read them on the pod. Don't forget, if you are not watching us, you can watch us on every episode of Pass Gravy. Just go to youtube.com/@PassGravyPodcast or just search Pass Gravy Podcast on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe so you are subscribed to our channel. And then if you're watching us, go to your phone right now, go to wherever you listen to podcasts and hit subscribe to make sure you're subscribed to us on both platforms. Then hit play on both. Hit play on both. Help us out. Shout out to Kenya Valdez. Kenya Valdez was saying that she was syncing up the audio with the YouTube video. So she, I guess, had the YouTube video on mute, but was listening to the audio version of the podcast and synced up at a certain point. That's cool. And that gives us clicks on both. So shout out to Kenya. Do that.
Shout out Kenya. I love you.
Hit play. We love you guys and gals. Anybody that's watching and listening, go comment ja. Comment ja on the YouTube. We love you guys. Y'all are the best. Let's start with some listener and viewer submitted not cools this week. It's this one's from Brendan B. He's at hurdygurdy 42069. And Brendan, did he give us an answers question or another not cool a couple weeks ago? But Brendan's been weighing in a little bit more on the pod, and I love hearing from you, Brendan. Thanks for being a part of the gravy game, buddy. Brendan says his not cool is my car's AC stopped working today, but only on the driver's side. The passenger side is colder than a witch's titties. And of course, when it's 80 during the day this week, I am a tech for Porsche Tech, so hopefully I can figure it out, but still not cool. Literally. It's literally not cool. Yeah, because your car's not cool.
Yeah, man. I think me above most people can identify with you on that. It sucks. I mean, get ready to be rolling with your window down a lot. You're probably going to lose hearing.
Yeah.
That's what I attribute to my hearing getting worse over the last 10 years, not just the fact that I'm, not 20 anymore. But yeah, it sucks fucking balls, dude. I'm sorry, but and like you said, hopefully you can figure it out. But if not, now is the worst time for it to happen because the changes are coming.
Gonna start getting warm.
The warm is coming. Winter's not coming. Warm is coming.
Yeah. Yeah. So you really need to get on that. Really need to get on that, I would say.
But I hope you figure it out, bud. I don't know. I guess you're a Porsche tech, so I hope you drive a Porsche. Probably not. Otherwise, you probably would have figured it out by now.
Yeah. What I would say is you gotta prop that bad boy up. You gotta get get the jack that bad boy up. You gotta get under the hood of that after you get it all jacked up, all nice and good. And then you're gonna go to the belt. You're gonna want to maybe. It sounds like with the AC band, that might be a belt in the hood. So check the belt, and then the gaskets. Give the gaskets a good one over.
Check the fuses.
Fuse boxes too, and then make sure the rotors are ready to go. And I think you'll probably be good after that. That would be
if not, maybe just fill up a cooler with ice and throw some towels in there, and then just throw that towel around your neck as you're driving. Switch it out as you get warm.
You know what, Brendan? You're a car guy. You probably know what to do.
Which is shocking to me that I just now thought of that, but never thought of the cooler full of towels in the 3 years that I had no AC in my car.
Yeah, that was a huge miss on your part.
Yeah, I'm a big dumb idiot.
That wasn't, not your best move. Next question, or next not cool is from Josh Tree Coddle at Joshua Tree 713 on Twitter. And Josh says his not cool is dudes that pee on the seats in the stalls at work when we have urinals. If you're shy about peeing in front of someone or someone seeing your baby dick, go in there and sit down and pee.
I'll never understand this from a aiming standpoint or just from a standpoint of not cleaning off the seat. I mean, my whole life when I peed in toilets, I would never lift the seat, and 95% success rate in my life of just peeing right into it. We have a dick. It's literally a tube that you can aim.
Lights on. Yeah, I'm pretty good. Lights off though.
They're in the stall at work. I'm assuming the lights are on.
Yeah.
Just aim your dick. And we all know occasionally your stream goes a little south. Just wipe it down. Just wipe the piss off the seat. Like, because if you're like, that's gross, I'm not going to touch pee. Wash your fucking hands. You're at work. You should be washing your hands at work. I don't give a fuck if you don't wash your hands at home. If you're not at work and you're in public and you don't wash your hands, whatever, dude. Like, you should, but like, I mean, if I'm in public, I'm still I don't wash my hands at home. Why is that a thing for us?
Because you're trying not to look gross to other people, but to you, you don't feel gross. If
I know I'm
I'll
gross.
Wash my hands.
I know I'm.
After I pee, I don't.
But like, yeah, that sucks, Josh. You work with fucking animals, man.
I mean,
you work with fucking animals.
Yeah, the easiest thing to do, like, why do people pee in the stalls when you have urinals? Is because sometimes, you go and there's a 2 urinal situation. There's 3 people in there. I'm just gonna go to the stall and pee in there. But yeah, if you dribble on the seat a little bit, you just wipe it down.
Maybe they're just a shy peer. I'm a shy peer. Sometimes I just can't. Like, if I'm at a Astros game, a lot of time I don't even try and hit the urinal anymore when it's a big trough with everybody in there. I don't think the Astros have troughs. I think, but they're all lined up. But like, I just go to the stall because I'm like, you know what? Sometimes I'm going to stand there and all of a sudden my ability to pee is going away. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's some sort of mental block. Probably it stems from when I was a little kid and I was taking a shower in my parents' bathroom and 2 of my friends ran in there and jumped in and scared me. I don't know. Maybe. I'm not going to go to therapy and figure it out, but
yeah. Why would you do that?
But guys, just if you pee on the seat, wipe it off.
Yeah, wipe in the seat.
Or like, God forbid there's already pee on the seat when you go to pee. And you're like, well, I'm not going to wipe someone. Just wipe it's piss. It's just piss. Especially people, if you have kids and you won't wipe piss, what is wrong? You deal with piss and shit all the time. It's just pee. Wash your hands. You'll be okay. Chances are you're going to get old enough in life where you get bored and you're going to start peeing on people anyway. So just wipe the pee, guys.
Wipe the pee, guys. Wipe down the seats. Last not cool from you guys and gals. This is from Glamour Perry at Glam for Life on Twitter. Glamour says her not cool. 2 words: sinus infections. Yeah, not ideal. Those suck.
I wouldn't know, but sounds bad.
Yeah, not fun. Solid not cool.
Never had it, so, but yeah, sorry. Try some
I just
whiskey.
haven't known you had it.
A hot toddy.
I'll go first if y'all want me to. I can. Kinda run through this real
Sure.
quick. My first one is, and I talked about it a little bit last week where I said I was getting like a bunch of just spam political calls now. The text messages have just gotten out of hand. They've gotten out of hand. This is just today. I'm going to just count. This is just in the last 24 hours because I've gotten a ton. 2, 3, 4, 5. I've had 5 today. Starting at
2 yesterday.
6:30 a.m. Starting at 6:30 a.m. And every day I probably get at least 4 to 5. And I don't give a fuck what you are running for. I do not care if you are running against Hitler. You're not getting my vote if you text my phone about voting for you. All right? I will just abstain from voting this year because I'm so fed up with this shit. I don't fucking care. And if you
I don't know
think
how they get our
blowing me up-
numbers.
If you think because everybody they get, there's so many ways. So many ways.
No,
Like-
I get there's so many ways. I'm just like, how? Like, what do you? Who's selling my number?
Everybody, whenever you buy anything.
I will say this is the first time ever. Normally, I just get like Democrats. It's been back the 2 that I got yesterday, which is 2 more than I've ever gotten targeted. I'm guessing at me because they were both Republicans. I was like, oh, that's different, but also annoying. But it also freaked me out because I'm like, I've never really. Occasionally, I would get one that would be like, "Hey, Lori," because it's my mom's phone plan still, and I'd be like, "Oh, that's not fucking me," but whatever. But yeah, they're starting to target me now, and I'm like, this is not a good sign.
Yeah, it's reached that tipping point. It used to be now I feel like it used to be there were actual people that were texting you, and now I think it's just the spam ones.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But that's way worse.
Like
That's
this one,
way
hey
worse.
Republicans, get out and vote for. I'm not giving your name out. Fuck you. No free ads.
No free ads.
And then the other one was just elect so and so for district attorney and blah 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 blah. Don't fucking care. I'm not voting. Like randomly texting people, I don't think is the way to go for local elections. Like if people are going to vote in local elections, I feel like it's pretty well known that they're going to vote in local elections.
As someone that ran in a local election myself, I did not send text messages.
You're a good man. You're a
Just
good
so
man.
You know, that's what I vowed to the people. And I was still iced out. I was the little man. They didn't want the little man getting in there and changing shit up.
You
No.
little small.
That's what they thought. But just wait till I get my whole campaign back together for the next mayoral run. So yeah, political text and spam calls, just leave me alone. That's my first not cool. And then Wheezy's been sick. It's kind of been a situation.
Oh.
So I had to do I had to collect a Finkel sample, which means you have to like follow your dog around when she shits. You have to like take a little tube and then get a little like a little mini shovel and you scoop a little piece of shit, put it in the thing and
Fecal.
Finkel.
I thought that was just an autocorrect, but you actually said Finkel. It's fecal.
Oh, I
sample.
said it because I was reading it, but yeah.
Oh. I thought you were going to say like it's
No,
got a
fecal,
feces and a little tinkle in there. They need both of them in the same tube.
I don't know how you would get that.
I don't know
It's like
either.
squat
That's what was
under 'em.
throwing me off when she started saying it.
But yeah, that's weird. And then when you just have like, I had like a little weird piece of shit in a tube sitting in my car while I was at work today because I had to take it to the vet on the way home. So that's weird. And that was not cool.
Just getting
But,
all hot in your
and then
car.
Wheezy just not feeling good.
Poor Weezers.
But Wheezy not feeling good made me not feel good. So yeah,
Oh, poor
those are my
baby.
not cools. What you guys got?
I got a couple. One, I paid $70 for a video game that I played 3 times, and I'm probably never going to play again.
Let's check.
It was Baldur's Gate 3 podcast I listen to every once in a while. They'll just do like a Dungeons and Dragons campaign, and it sounds super fun. And they talked about it, so I bought it, and then immediately I was like, I don't like this kind of video game. This is not what I play.
I've heard it's a really good video game.
It is, and it seemed cool and everything, but just like it doesn't give you a tutorial. So you're just running into battle, and then over time you realize, oh, you accidentally hit a button. You're like, oh, there's more attacks I can unlock, but it just doesn't give you. Maybe at some point, I'm sure at some point I'll get around to playing it, but I'm like, I could have just bought this in 4 years for like $8, but no, I
Yeah.
paid 70 for it like a fucking idiot. Which also leads me to another one is I want to play Dungeons and Dragons so fucking bad. It sounds so much fun, but like everything else in my life, I'm not going to put any effort into doing this.
Yeah, you would be.
I want
the guy. Like, it's like Monopoly, but way more involved.
I think I'd be super fun in Dungeons because it's just like you can do whatever you want.
You'd be super fun for like 30 minutes, and then you'd get tired of it, and then you wouldn't.
No, I want it. No, I want it. No, I want it. I could play a Dungeons and Dragons campaign for like 5 hours, dude. I'd get super because you could do whatever you want. Be like, oh, you knocked out a goblin. What do you want to do? Well, I want to stick my balls on his eyes. And you roll to see if you could do whatever the fuck you want. That sounds super fun, but I need somebody else to organize the campaign. There's a couple dudes at work that actually do it, but like, I don't want to be like, guys, can I play Dungeons and Dragons with you? I know I'm your manager, but I want to hang out. Like, I don't want to fucking do that. But it sounds so much fun. Like, I'll talk about it with these guys, and they totally would be like, yeah, dude. But I don't want to, like, when are you setting up your next campaign? I don't fucking know. I've got a character that I created 2 years ago on, like, Dungeons and Dragons Beyond. Like, I set up, I'm a fucking hill dwarf barbarian. I named myself Dib. I don't remember why I did that because I was hammered drunk when I did it. But you know what? That's my name. I'm sticking to it. I'm super into this. I want to fucking do it. If there's anybody out there listening that plays or whatever, I don't know. I want to fucking do this. It sounds super fun.
But not Pat Dion. Hit him up.
Yeah, dude. I want to play some fucking D&D. And it's not football season, so my weekends are free. I want to do this. Just get hammered and play fucking D&D, dude. I've really embraced my nerdiness over the last like 5 years. I'm all in. Then just Xfinity, fuck you. Like over the last week or so, I've got the 2 TVs in the living room, and I'll be streaming hockey through the main one, and that one's fine. And then I stream hockey through the side one, and all of a sudden I look back over and it's back on regular TV because it just keeps unconnecting. Or on my main TV, I'll be watching sports, and if it's on regular TV, and then it just freezes for a while, and it's all shitty. It's being bad, and I won't make a phone call to the Xfinity to tell them, be like, dude, run diagnostics, fix this. I don't know what's going on. But like, why can't my shit just work? This happens like once every 6 months. It just eventually just stops working well, and I put up with it for 5 fucking weeks before I finally am like, I call, and it takes an hour. I'm like, I gotta be on the phone for a fucking hour on hold 60% of the fucking time. Just like, make the shit work. Yeah. I don't understand why they're so fucking bad at their jobs that like shit just stops working. And they're probably gonna be like, oh, you have old boxes, you need to come in and get new ones. Like, okay, and like, it's gonna be $120. No, your shit stopped working that I pay for. Give me shit for free. Just give me the new box. Make it work. I'm so fucking tired. It's 2024. Everything should just fucking work. It should just fucking work, and I'm tired of it not working. I'm just trying to watch sports, man, and you're making it super fucking hard. Like, it got to the point last night, I had the same fucking basketball game that I was watching on both TVs because my main TV would go out, and then I would just have to mute that one and go to the side one. Because that's just weird. The side TV streaming, it goes out. But the regular TV works fine. Main TV, streaming works fine, but the regular TV goes out. I don't fucking know. I hate it. I hate all of it. I'm fucking mad all the time. I'm just trying to sit there and relax. Yeah. And my last one is, and I'm feeling it right now in this room that it doesn't circulate as well. It's about time to turn the AC back on. And I was really enjoying paying under $100 a month for electricity.
Say goodbye to that.
So your boy's about to be broke again. Fucking bills. I thought about we were like 30 minutes into this, and I was like, oh, I got to start remembering to bring my fan up into this room again. That's not cool. Thank God this isn't even why I decided. By the way, guys, I'm not wearing pants. I told Robert that beforehand. I was just like too lazy to change my pants after I took mine off today, so I'm just wearing boxers. Thank God, or else I'd have the sweatiest knees in the world right now. I'm so hot.
Is there
might have something to do with
window in that room besides the one behind you?
No, but also even if I open that, there's blanket cover. I've never opened that window. I don't know. There's fucking kids and shit on the street. I don't want a bunch of sound coming in here. I got a box fan. I put it underneath the table right here. It blows at my legs. It's fucking box. Yeah, I'm warm. Might have something to do with the fact that I've pounded almost 6 beers now. But yeah, summer cost me more money. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Also, it's about to be more golfing weather again, so I'm going to start blowing more money on that. Also, shout out coming up whenever next April or something, Rod Ryan charity golf tournament.
Well, we haven't announced yet, so
Oh, I don't know. I saw a link.
we'll bleep that part.
Is it not out there yet? There's a fucking link.
I don't know. We'll make an announcement when that happens.
I don't know, but yeah, everything during the summer costs me more money, and I don't like it.
Yeah, that's how it works. Not ideal.
Fucking life, not cool. What do you got, Robert?
What do you got?
My brother came to visit over the weekend, and on Saturday,
That's fucked up that you're not cool.
on Saturday we invited my cousins over, and they came over. They brought their kids, and it's
Gross.
the kids, man. They're coughing, they're sneezing all over the place, and now today's Wednesday. I've got like a scratchy throat. My head's been hurting, getting that sick feeling too. Sam's got it too. It's
Not
just
ideal.
Not ideal. The kids will get you.
Yeah.
They're always
Pretty soon that'll be me.
Fuck them kids.
Yay.
they're always a boogery mess.
That's a
I'm
solid.
sorry, man. Sorry that happened to you.
Yeah. No. That.
Next time you
that
just
is
invite
fun.
people over to your house, just be like, by the way, no kids. We have a kid-free house.
Don't let them touch anything. Please.
Just tell them, don't bring your kids. If you're gonna come over, fucking
Make
leave
them
your
wear
kids at home.
gloves.
They're okay. The oldest one can watch the younger ones. It's fine.
Yeah.
And it was cold this weekend, so they couldn't be outside. They had to be inside with us, and so that's
Well, you could have been bundled up and then
Part of
outside.
the-
Oh no, they could have been outside, but their parents were fine with them getting you sick instead of bringing them home and getting themselves sick.
yeah.
Your cousins are inconsiderate. Tell them that.
Don't say.
Sorry that happened to you, bud.
Yeah, TCPs, dude. All right. Well, that was our not cool segment. Solid. Hit us up on Twitter at @PassTheGradePod. Use the hashtag PTG not cool. That's how we'll sort for your not cools, and maybe you will be featured on next week's episode of Not Cool. The next segment, the final segment of the show, the answers segment. We do the Precome segment where I pitched some new slang phrases to you guys today. We talked about, I gave you the idea of Lucy wings that we could have, and then I don't know, whatever else we talked about. We did all that stuff. This is your chance to kind of have your own little Precome segment, but you ask us any questions you got, hit us up on the Twitter at @PassTheGradePod. Use the hashtag PTG answers, and we will answer any question you have at all. You want relationship advice? We got you there. You want parenting advice? Sure, we'll figure that out. You got a funny like tidbit you want us to weigh in on? You want us to power rank things? We're the best at power ranking anything in the entire world, I promise you. So give us 5 similarly related things, and we will power rank the fuck out of them, and we will do it fantastic. Anything you got for us, hit us up at @PassTheGradePod. Use the hashtag PTG answers. This is the answer segment brought to you by our good friends at littlemshop.com. littlemshop.com, the best air fresheners on the planet. littlemshop.com. If you go and use our promo code PTG69, you're going to get 10% off of your order at littlemshop.com. You can also get free shipping when you spend $10 or more on your order. So you spend $10 or more, you're going to get 10% off your order, and you're going to get free shipping at littlemshop.com. They got the best air fresheners in the game, way better than any baby back bitch little fucking red or green or yellow or whatever colored trees you got hanging in your rearview mirror. Go get you a Little M air freshener. The Fresh to Death scent, the Miami Beach scent, and the Little Ice scent. They are all way better than whatever those dumb bitch trees have that you can get. They also have cool mirrors, little compact mirrors that are customizable. They have stickers you can customize as well as customizable keychains. Go check it out. They also have already pre-done ones. Maybe you're a T Swift fan. Huh? They got some stuff for you there. If you want to customize your own, I was saying last week, you're getting engaged. You have a baby coming. You want to make an announcement. Just make some custom keychains. Those are always play. Those are always cool. littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com. Free shippings on orders of $10 or more, and you're gonna get 10% off your order when you go and use our promo code PTG69 at checkout. littlemshop.com. They're at Little EM tweets on Twitter, at Little EM Shop on Instagram. Let them know you're supporting the people supporting the podcast. littlemshop.com, the official sponsor of the Answers segment.
Well, if you just answer the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question. Don't Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question. What the question,
Any questions?
All right, our first question this week comes to us from from Dave T at PPWL1 on Twitter. Dave says, airlines, the original Uber.
I don't like to be negative right away, but this might be the dumbest question we've ever gotten.
It's not a dumb question.
It's a very dumb question. What industry is Uber trying to replace, Robert?
I was gonna say taxis.
It's taxis. Taxis are the
Really,
original Uber.
stagecoaches.
Oh man! Wow, you just called me out.
The original taxi was probably
The original Uber would. Well, hold on. No, not the stagecoaches. Hey, we're leaving here at this time, and we're going here. Hop on if you need. Taxis you could call. So I think the answer actually is taxis.
That's fair.
Yeah, taxis.
Yeah,
Definitely not
taxis.
airlines.
Taxis.
Dave, were you high as
bougie.
fuck?
That's like a bougie answer, though. I
when
like
you
where
wrote
his head
this?
was at. I like where his head was at, Dave. Don't let him get to you. This next one is from
Thank you for the
Brad.
question, though. Thank you
Yeah.
for the question.
Dave, don't sorry, Pat shit all over. I didn't think
Sorry,
you
I'm a
had question.
dick, but like, come on, man.
Bro Brad has our next question. He's at DeLong Dude on Twitter. And Bro Brad says, what is the point of having a baby on board sticker on your vehicle? Is the baby driving? Sudden stops for a diaper change? Are my driving habits changing because of your sticker? Not. Yeah, that's actually funny that I did see the Muggle baby on board thing after I saw this. That was not what led to this, but also we had people in the Twitter responses. I always thought that was interesting too. It's like, so I'm gonna just like let you cut in front of me because it says baby
No,
on board.
I
It's
think
in
what
case
it
there's
is.
a wreck. It's in case there's a wreck, they know to try and save the baby first. That is what people commented all over Brad's post.
Oh, that actually makes a large amount of sense.
Yeah,
I was going to say it's definitely not so like because I'm not going to drive differently around you. I'm a great driver as is. I thought it was just so that if you're driving like a slow jackass, I give you a little bit of leeway. Like, well, they've got a baby in there. They're just being
that probably
careful.
plays
Okay.
into that. That probably helps with it. But
That's what I thought it was.
is
It never
the event
once.
of the worst case scenario. They know, oh, there's a baby. Let's make sure the baby's okay.
Never once did I even consider that it was for emergency services, which by the way, you're driving all the time. So they're going to be looking for a baby that's not there. Like, cause like a lot of people, they've got the baby seat that's just in the back seat. They don't take it out every single time. It just sits there. When the baby's in the car, they go. So there's a bad wreck. These guys are going to be searching for a fucking baby that's not even there. Like, I feel like it should be a light. That's like, when the baby's here, we turn the light on. When not, we turn the light off.
It's a nice gesture, but yeah, maybe it fails.
It is.
Sometimes.
Hey, it makes sense. I'm not shitting on. I'm just saying there are flaws in that system.
Yeah. Yeah. Good question, Brad. And then shout out to the Gravy Gang for all the
I'm
answers
with
that
you,
came
Brad.
in with that.
Fucking stupid baby on board stickers.
I don't think I'm gonna have that on my car for sure. It definitely won't
I
have
mean,
baby
your wife.
Muggle on board.
If there's a medical reason for it, your wife's going to make you do it.
I don't think she will.
Which, by the way, you're probably going to have to get a new car, huh?
Probably, yeah.
Have fun with that, bud.
Steal one.
You're going to get a sedan.
No, I'll steal a car. Maybe I'll build.
Dude, you should get a sick at like like people should have minivans. Minivans are fucking sick. I loved my minivan growing up, driving or like riding around in that shit. Minivans are fucking dope.
Have you
But
seen
they're
the
dope.
Volkswagen electric ones that are coming out? The van. Those look cool.
No, I haven't seen them. Listen here, Robert. I buy American. Okay, I don't. I bought a Toyota. Hey, it was probably made in America, though. Okay,
just manufactured elsewhere.
Dude, buy a Toyota. Buy a Corolla
right.
or buy a Camry, dude. It's gonna last you fucking 70 years.
It's too small.
You'll be driving that car when you die.
Gotta go
A Camry's
SUV.
not too small for a child. It's got a backseat. You don't need a fucking SUV for children. You just need a backseat.
All the sports equipment that they're gonna You be putting in the car?
Well, he
this
can get
big.
that. He can get that 5 years from now. I'm pretty sure his daughter's not be playing sports for the first 3 or 4 years. Okay.
You're not gonna
no,
buy a
she's
new
gonna play
car
right
every
out the
5
womb.
years.
She's gonna play
No,
right
you
out the
trade
womb.
in.
Alex is not gonna trade in. She's gonna.
I'm not a trade. You think I look like I trades in cars? Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Well, he's just got to get something that can transport the child. The child's car is going to be Emma's. Let's be real. She's the responsible one.
That'll be fine. Then I'll just use my truck. It's great. It'll be great. Next up, we have Raimundo Benavides at KMundoB on Twitter. Mundo says, power rank these rodeo foods. So it's rodeo season, kicking off rodeo season. He gives us 5 rodeo foods to power rank. He says, turkey leg, funnel cake, fried sweets like fried Oreos or fried Snickers. Then we get brisket and a jumbo corn dog. Robert, you go first.
Turkey leg, brisket, fried sweets, funnel cake, corn dog.
I don't hate that. I would go fried sweets first. I get the brisket and turkey leg being up 1 and 2. It very, very well could be. But to me, it's like rodeos that's the weird shit that I go there for. Like I want
it's rodeo
I want the
foods.
fried Oreo. Like you get that at the rodeo. Then yeah, brisket, that's more rodeo cook-off, but like you can also get like brisket sandwiches and stuff when you're walking around the rodeo, and that's very cool to do that. And then in the same thing, turkey leg, that fucking rocks too. But I feel like turkey leg, I think Renaissance Festival also plays at the rodeo, but I always think Renaissance first, so that's why I put turkey like after brisket. Funnel cake is 4, makes me think rodeo, but also makes me think fairs in general. And then 5 is jumbo corn dog because you can kind of just get that anywhere. Also a fair food, but still plays.
I was along your way of thinking that like you know rodeo foods, but still brisket's number 1. Doesn't matter you can eat brisket whenever.
Yeah.
Whenever brisket's available, brisket is number 1.
Brisket.
2, I'm going the fried sweets. That because you know where else, you know that's when you get fried Oreos and fried Snickers. You get it at the rodeo.
Like I don't go like wanting one. I just see like, and it's always I've had the fried Oreos, I've had fried Twinkies, I've had fried Snickers, but there's always something. Usually each year you'll go and you're, oh, they got this thing, a fried Butterfinger. I'll try that, and it'll just be some different one that I haven't tried. And you're like, I know this is about to be 18,000 calories that I have ingested just really fast, but like, yeah, I kind of want fried ice cream. How do you fry ice cream? And then you eat it and you're like, this is amazing.
Yeah, like I'm not looking for any of those things, but if I walk by it, like, you know what, I do want a fried Snickers. Like I could literally make a fried Snickers at work every day.
Yeah.
Like we have Snickers on premises, but I don't get it. But if I'm at the rodeo or a fair of some point, which I'm kind of like rolling fair food and rodeo food together.
Same.
So brisket 1, fried sweets 2, funnel cake 3. I mean, like, really, funnel cake could have been 2. It's funnel cake. Where the fuck else are you ever going to get funnel cake?
Okay.
You get it at fairs and rodeo.
But
funnel cake does not suck. That's a wild
It's
statement.
not as good. It's not as good as it's made out to be. It's just bread and like powdered sugar.
Oh, it's fried bread and powdered sugar. 2 amazing fucking things that you're not getting anywhere else.
Funnel cake sucks.
You guys are fucking wild.
I'm not saying it sucks. Funnel cake is just not like the end all be all of fair.
All right, next week we're gonna do a fucking mock draft of fucking rodeo foods, and I'm gonna take funnel cake high. Actually, no, I'll get it in the 4th round because you guys don't like it. Fuck you guys.
All right, well, let's do it then.
No, let's not. We'll find something better. Funnel cake 3, turkey leg 4. You're usually gonna see that over there, but you can get it other places. But fried turkey leg's fucking great. Like, it always plays.
I spent $50 on a turkey leg, and
well, see, that's the problem is I ain't paying $50 on a fucking turkey leg, but it is great. And then 5, jumbo corn dog, just like you said. Yeah, I can get corn dogs whenever the fuck I want. Yeah, it's jumbo and that's awesome, but like, it's still a fucking corn dog. Doesn't make it any less great. Corn dogs are amazing, but like everything else first on this list.
Emma was out of town this weekend, and so Friday night I bought some grocery store sushi that I had. And then Saturday I had a nice little boy dinner, and I got pizza rolls, and then I got the little corn dog pizza rolls, the little baby corn dogs that you throw in the fucking. I was like, this is also what a 7-year-old would probably be eating for dinner on Saturday. But you know what? I'm happy eating this.
You ever get the pancake fucking corn dogs?
Oh, that used to be my go-to breakfast, and just some of them get like If the longer they're in the freezer, they don't work out very well after that. And then I just kind of got burnt out on them. But yeah, the pancake dog was awesome.
Yeah, you just got to keep it sealed well.
Sausage, yeah.
Yeah, so good. So yeah, I go brisket, fried sweets, funnel cake, turkey leg, corn dog.
That's solid. Are you gonna go to the rodeo this year? You think?
No.
I doubt I will.
No, unless somebody calls me like before cook off and goes, "Hey, I've got a free cook off ticket for you, and you don't have to drive and transportation like we have like a limo." I'm like, okay, I'll go. But like, unless somebody gives me a free cook off ticket, I'm not fucking like. Look, I mean, a free cook off wristband. I don't want to just go to walk around. Like, I got to have a tent. Yeah. I can drink a bunch of beer and shit, but like that never happens.
I'm taking Emma on Friday. I'm sure it's gonna be super fun for a price.
It's just not. I live it's just too far and too much traffic for me to then have to turn around and drive home. Like if I can get fucked up there, yeah, it's one thing. But if I gotta get fucked up and pay a shit ton of money to do it,
that's true. But
I bring tip money.
Alexis Garcia is our next person asking questions. Alexis Garcia at Alexis Texas _ on Twitter. She says, if we evolved from monkeys, how are there still monkeys today?
Well, first of all, we evolved from apes, not monkeys. They're a very different species. So the capuchin monkey can still live next to us and not be evolved. But also, yeah, just not all of them evolved.
They didn't all make the cut. Yeah, they didn't all make the cut. And then I also think that we still have monkeys today because it's like we're gonna leave some monkeys here because like this is, hey, don't forget where you came from.
Well, also it's not like chimpanzees existed 100,000 years ago and then we evolved and they stayed the same. It was a very different kind of ape, and then some of us evolved into humans, some of us evolved into chimps, some went orangutans and all that. I don't really know how it works. I don't remember. I haven't been to school in a while, but like they just had a different evolutionary process than we did. And honestly, they made it out way better. Like we got bills and shit. They just hang out and fucking eat bananas and chill and shit, dude. Their lives are way better.
Well, I was gonna say that like they left some monkeys there to remind us where we came from, but then also like I think that it's just so like we can also remember like we have to have Planet of the Apes movies every like 5 years too. Just like, hey, this could happen again.
There's another one coming out that looks sick.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like every 5 years, there's like a brand new one. It's like, are we rebooting it or is this like a continuation? What's going on? Are they just gonna? Oh no way! There's apes. They took over again. That's crazy.
The first one was great. The second one was still really good, but not as good. Has there been 3 already, or is this the third one?
I don't know. The James Franco.
I don't know.
Ones I watched.
The Franco one was fucking great. That was a great movie. But yeah, you know, just
they didn't all make the cut. And they gotta remind you where you came from.
Yeah. I mean, think about how sick it would be to be an ape that evolved that way. Like nobody can talk to you. You don't have to be annoyed by people talking. Yeah, they might attack you, but like, guess what? You're also a super strong ape.
Yeah, but you probably like
also
lose a little strength.
I've probably brought this up before, but I don't know if I have. You know that we actually have no way to determine the strength of gorillas. So like gorillas like escape their habitats because we have absolutely no idea how like tall and shit we would have to make everything to stop them.
They should have a gorilla combine.
But that's the thing. You can't tell a gorilla, hey, bench press this. They'll be like, fuck you, I'm gonna do what I want. You're like, okay, we'll build the wall at 15 feet. And they're like, cool, I can jump 35. I just don't show you because I don't wanna.
You gave me enough time with enough gorillas, I bet you we could find out how strong they are.
I want a fucking chimpanzee. Like if somebody could promise me they could teach it to shit in toilets, I would love to have a chimpanzee as a pet. Because like we'd just be buddies. And they're like, oh, eventually it'll rip your face off and kill you. Okay. Oh, no more bills, and I got to live with a chimpanzee. Pretty sick trade-off.
Yeah, get rid of Josh Allen. Out of here.
Yeah, neither one of us got that one, Robert.
You said no more bills.
Touche, sir.
Okay.
Touche. That was a good one.
I'm gonna get a monkey and just give a little purple vest like a poo.
Really? I mean,
just let him smoke cigarettes.
I would love a capuchin monkey, like Ace Ventura had, and he was also in the early seasons of Friends. But like a chimpanzee could actually give you a hug, and how sick would that be? Like a hug from a fucking chimpanzee would be amazing. Or give me an orangutan like Clint Eastwood. In any which way but loose. Left turn, Clyde. His name was Clyde. What a great name for a fucking orangutan, Clyde.
All right, our final question this week. It's from Alex O at Alex McThunder1 on Twitter, and Alex O says, "When was an old fashioned considered old?" I was just gonna leave this up to us, but then I saw that everybody had kind of weighed in on that. Specifically, Mike on Twitter responded right to Alex O's post and said, "An old fashioned is considered old because back in the day, straight whiskey was very popular. Then when oranges were invented in 1842, it became fashionable to put an orange peel in your whiskey. That order became known as a fashion. Then in 1942, to mark its 100th anniversary, it became the old fashioned."
Which, by the way, that led me down a whole other thing because he said oranges were invented, and I was like, what? And I found out that, like, yeah, it really was like other shit that were crossbred into what we know as an orange today. I just thought oranges have been around for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me that I never, like, I know that like cauliflower is like a crossbreed of other shit, like that's like a genetically modified GMO, whatever the fuck it stands for. And I think broccoli is too, or like one of them is an offshoot of the other. It never occurred to me that that happens with fruits.
Yeah, that's pretty weird. It's pretty weird. But Mike is he's British, and then Alex O was just like, "How did you learn about that in fucking school?" And he was like, "When did you learn about alcohol?" It was just a funny interaction where it was like, "Oh, well, they just didn't want to teach about the wars in British schools because they didn't want you guys to get the part where you lose." That was just Alex O. Alex O is one of my favorite people on Twitter for that.
It's like in German schools, they just don't teach world history.
They're like, "Yeah, we're gonna cover that 1940s portion of the. We're just gonna skip past that.
We teach modern history starting in 1955.
Look, we didn't talk about before that. All right, that's really one thing. Look, yeah, there were things going on before that. This is really what we focus on. Okay, guys. So yeah, that was why an old fashioned is called an old fashioned. Thanks to Mike and Alex O for that question right there. That's it. At PassGreatPod, hashtag PTG answers. That's how you submit your answers, questions to us. You can also email them to us, answers@PassGreatPod.com, or just go to the website, PassGreatPod.com, and hit contact us. Jesse will forward the questions you have over for us. PassGreatMerch.com, St. Patty's Day stuff. Go order now. You're going to guarantee it'll be there by St. Patty's Day. Absolute fire merch. I can't wait to go order. I'm going to spend a bunch of money when we get done with this pod. Why don't we wrap the pod up with our random celebrity guesses? I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat is at Not Pat Dan. Robert is at Robert Barbosa. We are at Pass Great Pod on all socials. Go follow us on TikTok, wherever else. And then on YouTube, go make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@PassGreatPodcast. You can watch Robert trying to figure out how to get his camera in focus the whole time because the sun's throwing everything off right now as the sun is setting. So at Pass Great Pod or at Pass Great Podcast on YouTube, go search there. And then if you're watching us, go subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts. Hit play on both, please. That'd really help us out. Give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever else you listen to podcasts. Go and ja on the comments in the YouTube video if you haven't, and share us with a friend. That's the best way to grow the podcast, and buy some merch too. You guys are the best. We love you guys. Have a great rest of your week. And nope, we're gonna do the random celebrities. All right, go around the room. Robert first.
Adam Sandler.
Who you got? Adam Sandler. Pat.
Sir Edmund Hillary. He was the first guy to climb Everest.
Sir Edmund Hillary.
Well, actually, it was him
Sandler.
and Tenzing Norgay was his Sherpa, but
I'm gonna go Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks. Let me pull this up. Sir Edward, whatever.
Sir Edmund Hillary.
That guy. And
Adam
then
Sandler.
Robert has Adam Sandler. I got Tom Hanks. We're gonna pull this thing up here.
Dude, if it turns out that it's his Sherpa that gets named, I'm gonna lose my shit.
That'd be wild.
I'm gonna count
Did
that
anybody
because I said his name.
anybody ever in history think about it right now, and if you get it right, you win. Lou Ferrigno is the starting point. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Sammy Davis Jr.
I think
Okay,
I'm
one more.
closer than either one of you
One
were.
more. We're seeing one more. Demi Lovato. Nobody got it.
Both
Nobody got
singers.
it again. There we go. There we go. All right. Hey, have a great rest of your week. We love you guys. Thank you for listening to the pod. Share us with a friend. Be good to one another. Until next time, pass the gravy. Yeah, bitches.
Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pass the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, Houston, baby. Now we go ahead.